but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Geek Gauntlet Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. Got a cast 1,000 with me tonight. We got a big show. Plus we got a returning player coming back to the scene. Oh, my goodness. Got a lot to talk about tonight. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let me go ahead and go into it. Bringing people in. Let me go ahead and bring in my... Let's see. Who will bring in first? Let me see. They were bringing me in first. Ando, what's up, man? Welcome back. Welcome back to the show.
Yo, I did not expect to be the first one labeled today. You almost caught me with my pants down. Lucky for you. All I had to do was strap up the belt and pull them. No, I'm joking, man. Well, it's always an honor to be on the show, man. With the holiday season being in retail, Saturdays just weren't available for me. Now, obviously, that it's slowed down. Man. Your boy is back. Now, I got to say, though, your boy's jealous at you.
Why?
2 days off?
Yes, 2.
2 days off?
Actually, 3 because I'm off tomorrow.
You guys don't know how to drive you guys don't know how to drive in snow down in Georgia. They need to teach you that in driver's ed, sir. Or you are permitted to come up to Iowa and drive in snow so you can see what it's like. But no, for real, man. It's good to be back, man. Glad to be a part of glad to be back to the Geek Gauntlet family, man.
Good to have you back, man. Good to have you back, bro. Good to have you back. Is she cosplaying on me tonight?
She better be.
They're bringing my girl. She number one. She is our TikTok and cosplay queen with the cat ears tonight. From her girl, Cat Ear. Cat, what's up?
Not much. What's going on?
Kitty cat.
What up, Endo?
How we doing? Yo, this makes up for us not being able to hang out yesterday.
Right?
And I think from now on, you need to put a beeper or like a bell on all your stuff. So if your husband moves your shit, you know where it's at.
No, that wouldn't. I'd have to AirTag everything.
Oh, well, Apple's going to make a lot of money off of you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's why I keep track of my own shit.
Well, trust me, I keep track of it too till he starts moving it.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Let me move on to our next person. He has forgotten more comic book knowledge than I will ever know. Let me bring my man Tyler in. Tyler, what's up, bro?
Hey, I'm happy to be here. I didn't get all dressed up like Kat did. I missed that memo.
Dude, I threw on a hoodie and some headphones, man. Like
hoodie and headphones. There you go. Hoodie and headphones.
Well, they got hats on. See, I missed the whole memo.
Oh, okay. And Andrew's either talking on mute or like he's
I'm totally just doing this. Yep.
We got rated with a viewer. Yes, we got rated. Yes. I
wonder who did that, Will.
I know, right? I want to say thank you to Ando. Appreciate the raid. All right, let me bring in this next person. She is my sister in anime. Jenae, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm glad you didn't catch me when I was gonna take a bite of my burger.
I was watching you.
Hey, I had a burger too. First off, Jenae, I love the wig. Jenae.
See?
Homemade onion rings.
You need to pass that around, girl.
Okay.
You just stop playing. Pass it around. We all get a back.
Can I hash cheeseburger?
Cheeseburger?
And macaroni and cheese on it.
I would have to skip that because we went out to J-Pot, which is like a Japanese hot pot place today for lunch. Like I ate enough for like everyone on this show. And
oh wow!
Fair because I eat a lot.
Oh wow!
It was a lot of food.
Hold on. Did everybody hear that crunch from the onion ring that Jenae took? That is like the perfect deep fried crunch.
Yes. And I just want to say real quick, thank you to everybody, ESEN, for having us here. We do appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and bring in my brother in podcasting. He's been with me for umpteenth years. He plans this show out each and every week, and we do appreciate it. Shaw, what's up, man?
Sup, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
Shaw, it is good to be back on. Oh, sorry, Kat, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's
go ahead.
Cool. I'm just saying, hey, what's up?
Hi, Shaw.
Sup?
Everybody doing good tonight?
No, I am absolutely miserable that you told me to be on the show. Out of here, man.
See, that's wow.
This is what you missed, sir. This is what you missed from the Geek Gauntlet podcast the last 6 weeks.
Yes.
Now, 2 of those weeks, granted, you guys were on buys because you're like the Kansas City Chiefs and don't have to play every single week.
That's right.
But we'll get into that on Monday.
That's right. How you doing?
Hey-o.
Welcome to the stream. Thank you for popping through. And again, I want to say a really big thank you to Elite Sports and Entertainment Network for having us here in glorious 4K. So I just want to say thank you.
So what you're saying is I need to blind my camera so I don't break everybody else's?
Oh my goodness. All right. Let me do this first. Cause
you guys are making me jealous with your
I'm
cameras. I need to get a better camera because mine's all blurry.
But Tyler, or is your camera kind of giving you that mysterious, like all you have to do is get that voice filter of the person who's in witness protection program.
He needs that voice filter. He needs that voice filter.
Well, hit us with that voice filter.
Bright light behind me to block out my.
Yes. And then be like Jamie from the Progressive commercials and just pop out like, yeah, dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They're not going to show my face, are you?
See, what he means is a voice filter. That's what he means exactly. A voice filter. I am not your father.
You're not? Well, damn it now. Who do I have to call daddy?
No child support for me.
Oh, I wasn't asking for child support, just for you to come back home with the milk when you said you were going to come back home with the milk.
Yeah.
And not to have Jenae choke on her food. Jeez. All right, Zemos from Saints Row the Third. Next, you're going to come out here with the pony show. You're the one that cracked the door. I kicked it the hell open, bro. That's what I do with the Geek Gauntlet podcast is I kick the doors open.
Yeah, you did. You really, really did. Now listen to me sound like Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South from back in the day.
At least you're not getting booed out of the Intuit Dome.
Facts. I ain't gonna say in front. Hogan deserved it.
Oh, absolutely. But we'll talk about that on a different show.
We'll talk about that on a different show, but he deserves that. Man. He deserves that. I'm proud of that crowd for doing what they did. All right, first thing
for those of you who are too young to know, Hulk Hogan used to be a WWF and WWE wrestler.
All right, first thing I want to do, I posted this in the chat a little bit ago. I have a nerd question of the night, and then we'll get to the lineup before.
There's no nerds here.
So,
excuse me, Jenae, I am Captain Nerd. So we're gonna do our. Tyler wishes that he was on my nerd level. I got so much nerd shit on my wall. Well, no, that's sports.
That's sports over there.
You're missing Sparky too.
Oh, you didn't.
She didn't hear about Sparky. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her.
Shit. I guess we got to tell her. I guess we got to do a referendum for the show.
Tell her. She don't know.
Sparky is no longer in my possession.
I don't think Kat knows it. Well, Kat might know.
Oh no.
But I don't. But I don't think Jenae knows. Sparky is no longer with us. And
I have Sparky's twin Fluffy.
Yeah.
No. So my sister was looking for Christmas ideas to give our 5-year-old niece, and my 5-year-old niece came over like 3 weeks ago and said she wanted a dragon of the size that I had in my room, and we couldn't find one. So my sister's like, "Well, it's my dragon. I'm going to take it, and she's going to get it." So, Sparky is no longer in the Anderson household.
But it's okay though. We can find a new mascot.
We'll find a new mascot.
Yes,
I got plenty of cats that will claw the shit out of me at some point, so there'll be a mascot.
All right, let me pull up the.
I did already recommend My Baby Cthulhu.
I'm down.
Can
we get Poison Ivy to be a sub co-host? I mean co-host, not subbing. Mommy Dom.
See, Tyler,
what?
I think your camera is fine. The only thing we need to do, I think your camera is good. We just need to fix your lighting.
Yeah,
I think your camera is good.
Yep. I purposely put up another screen with.
Normally, I actually have a ring light on. I didn't plug it in.
Okay. That's not.
Actually, I think I might need to turn off my camera because it keeps being weird.
Oh, okay. Feel free. If you need to go, if you need to go out and come back in, we're more than welcome to do that too. All right, let's go ahead and go do our nerd question of the night. These are 2-on-2 battles. 100% loyalty. Base forms. no prep time, no time travel, going from left to right. So, the first battle we're looking at, Gore and Doomsday versus Lafleeze and Hella. And we'll take this.
Who is
these
Lar
one
Frieza?
at a time. Shaw, I'm gonna go to you first. Who gets that first battle?
I also don't know who Lafleeze
the
is.
loyalties part supposed to represent?
Larfleeze is a part of the Orange Ranger Corps.
Yep, Orange Lantern Corps.
Oh,
Orange
that
Lantern Corps,
dude.
yes.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably Gores and Doomsday. Probably like that seems like they have enough power for that.
Cat, who you thinking?
Oh, that's a tough call because you've got.
It is tough.
I think Cat's muted again.
I think you muted Cat.
Nope. Still can't hear you.
No.
There you go.
Yep,
Gotcha.
we got you.
Okay. Yeah,
Maybe-
we have to go
Maybe your mic's not picking
because
up.
she's
No, Ty, we can hear you, bud.
We got you. We got Styler.
because Hela's a demigod, so I'll give them that.
Jenae, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Shaw and go Gore and Doomsday.
All right. Ando, who you got?
Only because I don't know much about Lafarza. Hela by herself, she packs a hell of a punch, especially if the fight's on Asgard. But if it's in just a standard everyday base, I would have to go Gore and Doomsday. Mostly because just Gore or Doomsday, just unless he's fighting another Kryptonian, he doesn't really power down much. So I would say Gore and Doomsday.
Limited knowledge that I do have. And Tyler, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right on this. In order to kill Hela, you got to destroy Asgard. Am I correct?
Correct.
So I'm Hela can solo.
There's also another factor here that's not gives Hela the win right away. The sword, Gore really is almost nothing without his sword. The sword comes from Hela.
Okay. So yeah, she solos. She solos. She can solo this because I don't think even without because Gore and Doomsday they don't have the power to destroy Asgard. In order to Asgard, let them destroy it. So
I don't know. Doomsday versus Hela, if Hela's powered up like that, I'm sure Doomsday versus Hela would be a hell of a fight.
Oh, it could be a fight.
But he still couldn't take her without taking out Asgard.
Right. He has to destroy Asgard in order to kill her.
So it's a stalemate. It's a stalemate until you don't think it's a stalemate until Asgard is destroyed?
Because Asgard would never be destroyed.
Okay, so by that definition, Hela is stronger than Superman.
Yeah. Which isn't too far off the page.
Again, depends on the map and where you're fighting.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Asgard technically has the sun, so as long as the sun is still a red sun that Superman can soak up energy from, it's a stalemate.
My only issue with that, Hela's up here dominating Thor, though.
I think we both can agree that as much as I like Thor and Chris Hemsworth is a demigod, I mean, what? I think Superman would take Thor out most days of the week.
But Thor's power is different than Hela.
I wouldn't say all Father Thor.
And plus not not current Thor, because current Thor's he's got some buffs. He's got some upgrades.
You know what? I will concede. I still think it's Gore and Doomsday, but I will push with Hela. I will push with you guys with Hela.
I would give you that Gore is smart enough that he could take him very well. It's just that because Gore's biggest power weapon is Hela, Hela could just take that right back.
Yeah. Real quick, then we go ahead and bring in our resident video game streamer, Diamond. Diamond, what's going on? How you doing tonight?
Doing good, everyone.
Hi, Diamond. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right.
I would say I'm waving at you, but you cannot see my face on stream.
There you go.
There we go. Yay. Hi, everybody.
And he's like, "Oh
Okay,
crap,
go
they
ahead
see me."
Yes, no. We don't need to be responsible for all the broken cameras in Bangladesh.
Oh, dang.
I took a really big bite of burger there.
I didn't
thought
see
I
it,
was
Janae.
safe.
It's all good. I didn't see it. All right, so the next fight, according to Will's list here, we have Ghost Rider and Lobo going up against Dr. Fate and Silver Surfer. Will, I'm going to start with you. Who wins that fight?
Fandoms running the podcast now.
Hey,
hey, any of y'all can do that. I mean, this is everybody's show. This is my show.
And it was like, look at me, I'm the captain now.
I'm
hold on. I'm like that scene in. I'm like that character rearrangement in Grand Theft Auto 5, where it's like you're not the co-host, you're the assistant to the host, and the guy goes, "Same thing, man. I'm the co-host. You're the assistant to the host." That's my role for today. But anyway, Will, what were you gonna say?
My issue. I don't think the pit and stare works on Fate or Surfer.
Agreed.
It would work on Surfer, definitely.
Yeah,
like Surfer has a lot of guilt.
Yeah,
all the times he led to be destroyed, he has a lot of guilt. It would work on it.
Kill. Yeah, and while you may not be able to kill Lobo, you can definitely take him to a different dimension which he can't return from. So I'm going with Fate and Silver Surfer.
And that would be my greens too. Look, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think there is a lot of power to Ghost Rider, especially with him. In certain scenarios, I think he may be OP to a point, but Dr. Fate went toe-to-toe with Black Adam how many times? And then Silver Surfer essentially is a god. Even without Galactus as the herald giving him the power, I think Silver Surfer and Dr. Fate just take it.
What did you call Black Adam that one time we talked about him, Tyler? What did you call him?
There's a lot of different names. I don't know which ones I can say on the radio.
I mean, I think you called him the B word one time.
I mean, that's what he is.
Booty Daddy? if you're talking about The Rock, Will,
why you hating on Black Adam, man?
Okay, I'm sorry, but when you're like supposed to be so big and bad and scary, and your arch enemy is a 10-year-old kid, I'm a little skeptical on how great of a villain you really are.
So what you're really saying is Black Adam is a basic bitch.
100%.
Okay, cool.
And
we got that on podcast.
It was probably fitting that The Rock played him because they both fit that analysis.
Oh, hell no. Now I want The Rock to watch the show. Now I want The Rock, because Rock is going to pull out that classic 2002. Tyler, who the hell do you think you are? Oh, let me tell you who I am. The Brahma Bull, the great one. People's champ. It's a fight. Something to say you're not, Tyler Black Adam. So shut up, bitch.
Hey, but Tyler brings up a good point. And I'll say this about, because he's supposed to be a big villain. I guess he's what you would call a quote unquote anti-hero.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's it. He's not really an anti-hero.
Mm-hmm. He just needs a hug. A lot of these DC villains just need a freaking hug.
Well, here's the thing.
That's Joker. I don't want Joker.
Off comic book lore, then he is a villain.
Yeah.
But then they nerfed the movie because The Rock didn't want to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then The Rock wanted to fight Superman, and now neither one exists in the DCEU.
All right, let me go around. Let's get the rest of these results here. Tyler, who you think wins that fight? Ghost Rider and Lobo versus Dr. Fate and Silver Surfer.
I'm gonna have to give it to Fate and Surfer just because Fate is something. If Fate sees them as a threat, they're gone.
That's a hell of a team too. That's a hell of a team. All right, next up. Oh, hold on. Shaw, who you got?
Yeah, I gotta go Fate and Surfer. Even though the Pen and Stare would probably work on Surfer, Fate would be able to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Jeanette, who you got?
She just said
Jeanette just stepped away.
Oh, she had to okay, cool. I see it.
She had to get more pizza rolls.
I see it. Diamond, who you got in that fight?
Dr. Fate and Silver Surfer.
Okay. Kat, who did you pick?
I mean, I hate to say it because Ghost Rider and Lobo are my boys, but yeah, in that face-off, it's going to be Dr. Fate and Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Okay, Janae's back. You can ask her.
It's too much power. All right, Jenae, who you got in that fight? Ghost Rider and Lobo, or Dr. Fate, Silver Surfer?
I think Dr. Fate and Silver Surfer.
There's too much power.
Clean sweep.
There's too much power. There's too much power.
To be fair, Ghost Rider and Lobo are too much power, but they're just not the right kind of power.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We are going into our next one. Hal Jordan, Iceman versus Doctor Strange and Martian Manhunter. Tyler, I'm gonna let you go first on this.
I'm like,
That's tough too.
Well, at the end of the day, people aren't going to like this, but I'm actually going to lean towards Strange and Hunter just because I genuinely think Strange has a lot of skills that would, his magical abilities alone would overpower any of those people that he's up against. No, none of them have magic. They can't really compete. So, right. Sure, they definitely could do a lot of damage, but again, Strange has magic, and that magic can overwhelm any non-magic users easily.
Right. Jenae, who you got in that fight?
I was thinking the same. Strange and Martian Manhunter.
Diamond, who you picking?
Strange and Martian Manhunter.
All right. Shaw, who you got in that fight?
This kind of depends. I mean, it depends on like how strong you're having Hal being, because like he's been pretty overpowered in some time periods, and Iceman, it depends on how much he's gonna let go of himself, because like he can do a lot of damage. So it kind of depends.
I mean, he's on Omega level mutant. That is true.
He's Omega. So yeah, that kind of depends, because like Martian can be taken down, and how the ring can block out mental powers. So this one kind of depends to me. I don't have a clear winner.
All right, Kat, who you got in that fight?
I definitely think if you were taking Hal later, he would win. Like when he becomes evil.
Right.
Yeah, Parallax.
So for me, I'm gonna go Hal and Iceman because technically the Lantern Core ring does in a way have magic. So in addition to being able to like block out the telepathy that Martian Manhunter has, basically Hal Jordan can conjure anything he can think of out of that ring.
Sure.
Which, I mean, if he's smart, then you just like conjure a portal that sends Strange somewhere. Well, so he has to figure out how to get back.
Well, the ring can't necessarily make a portal.
In some of the later versions, I thought it could.
Yeah, it can make a wormhole.
Yeah, wormhole.
That's like a rare scenario situation.
That's interpretation. Literally,
but this would be the time for him to do it.
Okay,
this would be the time for him to do it.
Possible. I know that it's happened, but I feel like that was under some interesting circumstances. I just don't remember what it was.
Right.
I mean, this battle could be interesting circumstances. We don't know. But I'm just saying that the Green Lantern ring does have the ability to potentially counter Strange's magic.
Possibly.
All right, Ando, who you got in this fight, man?
Dude, I am going to say it is an absolute push just because of everything you guys are saying. I think Hal, in certain circumstances, with his power of will, because again, the will is what powers the ring. I think, given how strong of a fight that it is against Strange, everything that Strange can throw at him, I think Hal Jordan can. I would say not on his worst day, but given even just 75% of the days, I think that's a push itself. You guys said it best. Iceman is an Omega level mutant, and I think any Omega level mutant can stand against any member of the Justice League. Martian Manhunter, sure, telepathy, shape shifting, but his weakness is fire, and that's the only real thing that Iceman doesn't want to compete against. But even in the comics and the movies, there are ways that Iceman can get around that. I think it's a push. I would lean more towards Strange and Hunter if I had to choose. But I think this is one of those you could flip a coin 100 times and it'll land 50-50.
I got Strange and Hunter, but it's closer than what you might think.
This is my favorite fight so far by far.
Oh yeah. Because before Strange can get at any incantation or say anything, Bobby could just freeze him.
And how cool would it be for the Cloak of Levitation to just mess up Hal and steal the ring, and now you see Hal as human just chasing it around. Give me back my ring, you damn robe.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next fight. This is probably going to be the most controversial of all the fights. Captain America teaming up with Slade Wilson versus Batman and Black Panther. Diamond, I'll start with you.
I think Captain America and Slade would win.
Cat?
I may have to go with a push on this one.
That's
because
tough.
Batman doesn't like to kill people. Captain America doesn't want to kill people.
Nope.
Slade has no problem killing people. Black Panther has no problem killing people. I mean, I think it would end up in a push.
Shaw, what you thinking?
Black Panther and Batman pretty easily. I mean, Batman has been able to beat Captain America, and Black Panther definitely could beat Slade. So, like, that's how the matchup is going. That's definitely, yeah, Batman, yeah.
Jenae, what you thinking?
I really like Captain America, but I think Batman and Black Panther would take it.
Ando? I think you're muted.
Sorry, man. I was coughing and I turned my mic off. Only because I've been publicly stated to say this. So Batman / Bruce Wayne, if you don't pay me, I'm coming for you. Batman and Black Panther. No. Honestly, I think it's a push. For the exact same reason that Kat said. I think I'm going to go a different route. I think Batman and Slade know each other so well that they counter each other out. And again, with Black Panther and Captain America, they know each other. I think any way that you slice this particular fight, the other knows the other. I just don't think there's any way one team could get the edge over the other without some form of edge, like prep time, additional weaponry, things like that.
Tyler, what you thinking, man?
I like the arguments because they're all extremely valid, and they're, you know, this is definitely one of those ones where they can go. It can go any direction for sure. I am, going off the,
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream.
Well, so what I was gonna say is, obviously we're going off, like it says, no prep time. It's just all jumping into it. Genuinely, I think if these 4 people were dropped into arena and these these teams were set aside as they dropped into arena to fight, Slade and Cap are more likely, since they're both military trained and they're both kind of like, they may not like each other, they may not agree with things, but they both know if their back's against the wall, they know how to jump in sync very quickly. Batman and Panther are not going to jump in sync very quickly. It will take a little bit of push and shove. And I'm going to have to lean towards Cap and Slade.
To me, it depends on what Black Panther. Are you going to look at Black Panther yesterday, or are you going to look at the Black Panther now? If you're looking at the Black Panther now, it's Batman and Black Panther all day long. But if you're going toward Black Panther just being the king of Wakanda and that's it, then yeah, I can see why people would go with Captain America and Slade. I'm calling a push on this myself. But if we're taking Black Panther now, in comics now, it's Batman and Black Panther all day. He's a literal demigod now.
I mean, they're all kind of demigods at this point.
Slade with God, Slade, so it would be too much for Batman and Black Panther. Without the sword, Batman and Black Panther take this. Hey, real quick, everybody, thanks for coming out to the stream. We do appreciate it. Let's go ahead into our last battle. Spider-Man 2099 and Blue Beetle, that's your boy, Shaw, versus Cyborg and Iron Man. Man, if I'm gonna go with you, Shaw, who you think will win this one?
Probably Spider-Man and Blue Beetle. I mean, Blue Beetle technology is something that, like, even Iron Man's strongest armor isn't going to beat if he's turning his morals off. And Spider 2099 is pretty powerful too. So, yeah.
Kat, what you thinking?
I'm going to have to go with Shaw on this one, just because I think that Spidey and Blue Beetle have better agility than Cyborg and Iron Man. So it's not even a matter they tire them out; it's that they would outmaneuver them to get the attacks in.
Diamond, what you thinking?
I think that Cyborg and Iron Man would win.
Okay. What's your basis for that?
I feel like since both of them are like not one or like kind of the smartest people in their separate like comics, they should be able to take on Blue Beetle and Spider 2099 or Spidey 2099.
I got you.
Or to like find a way to like prevent that.
I got you. Jenae, what you thinking?
I'm thinking Spidey 2099 and Blue Beetle. But I think they would work better together as a team than I feel that Cyborg and Iron Man would.
Endo, what you thinking, man?
I'm going to be honest. The only real information I have based off of any of the heroes, obviously Iron Man, I read more of his comics and played more kind of into his backstory. Cyborg, I'm not real familiar with outside of the DCEU, and I don't know how properly that was portrayed. Spider-Man 2099, I only played 2 games with his character, so his lore I'm not real familiar with. And Shaw, I don't want to be put on your naughty list this early in the year, but I know nothing about Blue Beetle. Based off of that information, I'd have to lean towards Iron Man and Cyborg. I do like the Spider-Man 2099 based off of the 2 games that I played. His character is interesting, and I wouldn't mind getting to know more about his lore. But based off of that fight, I'd have to lean towards Iron Man.
My only cause for pause in this fight, if Cyborg and Iron Man can hold on during the fight, hold on long enough, and they start hacking, particularly Cyborg, if they start hacking their way into Blue Beetle's suit, if they can get into that suit and somehow disable it, and again, they have to hold on long enough during the fight in order for the hack to be successful. I got Cyborg and Iron Man. You got 2 technological geniuses there that I think that could win.
But correct me if I'm wrong, with the Blue Beetle suit, it's more of a symbiote than tech, right?
That's what I thought.
It's really advanced technology.
Yeah, it's really advanced tech. Is what it is.
The reef.
Like, it's not organic.
Yeah.
And I will say the Scarab does trump the Mother Box.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
Scarab is
I'll give you that.
More stuff. Yeah.
I'll give you that. But
for just to give reference, once the Blue Beetle fought the Spectrum, the left hand of God, literally, and not only was he able to beat him, he had the Scarab yell at him different methods that were all lethal.
just remember too, that suit was the Scarab, not Beetle Scarab, but some of the Beetle suits. I believe it was Green Beetle suit, correct from Ron Shaw, that got hacked to Young Justice.
Yeah, right.
So possible. It's possible to do it. I just don't know if Cyborg and Iron Man can hang on in the fight long enough to go through the whole process of the hack. But if they can do it, then I think Cyborg and Iron Man wins. Did I miss anyone? All right, Tyler, did I get you?
No, but I mean, we pretty much covered a lot of the points. Like everyone's saying, this is another good fight. I do feel like in the middle of a battle, whether it's Cyborg or Iron Man, they probably could, if they can hold out, they could easily hack Spider-Man 2099 suit. So I think that wouldn't be too hard for them to deal with. However, when it comes to Blue Beetle and the Scarab and the Reef's technology, I genuinely, in the middle of a battle, I do not think Iron Man and Tony Stark would have any capacity to do it. I mean, if you put him in a lab and let him study for the next 2 months, maybe. But, I don't think in a battle he will. And then Cyborg, again, that kind of comes down to what version of Cyborg. Are we talking classic Cyborg Titans back in like the 80s who didn't really have a lot of the hacking stuff? Or are we talking about the like Snyderverse one where he just sees technology across everything? Because at that point, his brain is moving like a computer. It might, if they can hold out, might be able to hack the scare. But then again, that's still a huge might.
That thing is complex. That thing is truly complex. All right. Let's go ahead and move this out the way. All right, you guys, let's go ahead
And we're back. Yay.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can see.
Okay, guys. I just full foreclosure for the people of Bangladesh. If your cameras break at this point, that's on you. You had plenty of time to prepare.
And it's okay. Pat and Jenae balance it out.
Yes.
Jenae and Pat's beauty balance out my ugliness, and Will just pushes. Will's a strapping young man tonight. Will, that hat.
Oh man, this is my dad's hat, by the way.
Oh, rest him. Yeah, that's hold on.
Yeah, my dad's hat. Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna take a moment of silence, Will.
Thank you. He was in it. He was in the Air Force 23 years.
Could have been the Army. It could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Kat. Your husband was prior military, right?
Yeah, he was on submarines in the Navy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, fuck the Army.
Yeah. Damn, don't do that to the Army, man.
No one here dumb enough to want to run 20 miles with a 50-pound pack. No.
Don't do that, man.
My dad didn't talk much about like stuff that he did in the Army and stuff that he supervised people to fix tanks and stuff, and then he got a test drive them.
If your dad was in the Army, Jenae, I'm sorry. For your dad, not for the stuff that I said, but for your dad.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Oh, hello.
Hey,
how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. Thank you for everybody being here. Appreciate you. Husky's in the house. Appreciate you, Anderson Potts. Appreciate you, man. We got Sonic Therapy right here. Appreciate you.
Guys are
We got everybody up. In here today. All right. Appreciate you guys coming through to the stream. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our first rundown. Shaw, go ahead and take us through it.
All right. First up, the most recent episode of Skeleton Crew. Anybody see the most recent episode?
Yes.
What did you think?
I am very surprised that I have enjoyed this show. And Tyler, I am happy that the father apologized to his son. I'm not mad at him anymore.
Well, that's good.
But there's just so many twists and turns. It's like, okay, what's gonna happen next? And like there's been talks of Bryce Howard getting to have her own Star Wars movie because of how she's directed the last couple Skeleton Crews plus some of the Mando episodes. So we'll see what happens. They made it back.
Yeah, well, it's definitely, when I first saw we were going to talk about it tonight, I was like, I thought we already talked about it, but then I was like, oh wait, no, that was when I was watching Cantina Happy Hour and listening to them and commenting in the chat. I'm like, oh yeah, we talked about it. I was listening to that. I did put a question when I was typing in that chat, and it's something that I'm kind of, it's not, there's no reason for this basis, but it's something that kind of comes to mind. We technically have not seen the identity of that famed pirate.
Yeah,
I thought you did.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's that dude though.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's what's his face?
Who?
The Jude Law's character. I'm pretty sure.
No. Remember, it's not him. Like the person who had that everything set up. It's not supposed to be Jude Law.
The owner of the robot. Are you talking about him?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. I'm thinking with the reveal of finding out that the ship that they have is from their planet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning towards the idea that the captain of that ship was the kid's dad.
Which dad?
You
mean Okay, the main character's son.
He's the one. He didn't freak out when he saw the ship. Like when I look back at it, he didn't like act like he'd never seen a ship before. And he just everything about him to me suggests he might have been the original pirate of that ship. But that's just like I said, that's just a theory. There's not really any basis to back that up at all. It's just something that kind of popped into my mind that could be a cool, like, out of left field surprise.
And the robot is dismantled right now, so like if he was alive, couldn't verify.
Well, and it would really help too because that kid he doesn't want to do a boring day job. He wants to like go on adventures. Where did he get that from? Dad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anybody else want to talk about what's going on, or we can move on?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to talk about the skeleton screw stuff.
I didn't watch it, so I have no opinion.
All right, go ahead, Sean.
All right, so next up, Marvel's What If, episode 5, which was, let me go over here real quick to see.
While you're doing that, wait, can I say this?
Go ahead.
I got caught up in episodes 1 through 3. I haven't been impressed so far. Especially episode 2 wasn't that great.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're passable. It's just they could actually done stuff that they didn't. I mean, yeah. Part of it, I think, is the characters they chose to focus on, probably.
Could be.
Well, you could skip 5 because I know you don't like Riri.
I hate Riri. I hate Riri. Oh
Just
my
skip
god.
5, you'll be okay.
I hate Riri. Oh my, I can't stand her. Oh my gosh. I understand why you created her as a character, but she's just annoying.
Right. So,
oh my gosh.
About that episode, I mean, if it was a different character, yes, it would have been a lot better. But ignoring that she's the one that was, the focus, it was an interesting idea, some good action. The moment that Walker saved that girl, you knew this was not that something was going to happen. So personally, I enjoyed that episode, but I do agree it would have been better if it was a different character in focus. What are y'all thoughts on the episode in general?
I was very surprised that Mysterio was the villain in that episode.
Yeah, that was a weird choice.
It was just like, wait a minute. But then I was just like, well, it's movie Mysterio and Ironheart is replacing Iron Man. So I guess it makes sense, but it was just really weird. Like, kind of cool with the whole little nanobot things.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no choice could have been better. All right, episode 6. What if in 1872, the West episode with Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop? What are your thoughts?
I thought that one was kind of fun, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Where with the previous episode, I didn't really think it was much of a what if, like making Ironheart Iron Man, like meh. But taking this one, putting it in a completely different time frame, which still allows them to kind of like use like some of their skills, even though it wasn't a bow and arrow, she was using a 6-shooter.
Yeah.
And then the story kind of alluding to possibly the kid being Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bit like, don't know how I feel about that, but we're just going to go with it because it's what if. But I thought it was really well done. Yeah, I thought it was really well done, and I thought it had a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Personally, I'm not really interested in Westerns, so I wasn't too into it, but it was passable.
What?
Passable.
You don't like any Clint Eastwood movies, Shaw?
Not really. One of those genres I'm not really into.
No spaghetti westerns? Oh.
I just shot 5 bullets, or did I shoot 6? I don't know, but I missed. So I had to reload my 6-shooter. And then I fired again, and I hit the watermelon behind Shaw, so I missed. But I really didn't miss because I hit the watermelon. So now everybody gets juice. So I got to reload my 6-shooter. And then I died because the other guy didn't miss.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Episode 7. What if the Watcher disappeared? We're introduced to the Exiles, which I have been wanting, though not a great lineup. Got Agent Carter. We got Okoye, or however you pronounce her name. We got Storm, which was really good,
So
and then we
cool.
got Birdie that they introduced kind of in the Howard the Duck episode earlier. What are your thoughts on this episode?
I mean, I guess if no one's going to talk, I'll talk.
Oh.
So,
What
if I was seeing it right, it looked like almost like a Storm as Thor, because didn't she have Molinar?
Yeah, she had
Yeah.
Molinar.
Yeah. So, like, I was good with all the characters until we got to Birdie.
All right, yeah.
And the only reason is because, like, we were just introduced to this character, like, 2-3 episodes prior.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
As a baby. And I get that What If doesn't have to follow a specific timeline per episode.
Yeah.
It just kind of felt like they were trying to force us to like a character.
Yeah, I can see that, definitely. I think it would have been better if they would have actually had at least one more member, at least a member of the original Exiles. That would have made it like a little bit better dynamics, and you wouldn't have, two of the, characters made for this show. Well, 3 if you want to count Agent Carter. So yeah, I wish they would have at least added one more member.
Well, it kind of like the way they set it up in the very beginning. It seemed like they thought they were going to recruit Nebula, and then they never recruited Nebula.
Yeah, totally.
So I was
agree.
like,
I wanted them to do that too.
So I thought that was an interesting choice.
I don't understand this love for, and maybe it's just me. Y'all may get upset with me for saying this. I don't get the love for Peggy Carter.
I understand that. I mean, personally, I watched Agent Carter back in the day. That was a pretty good show, at least in the beginning, the first season at least. And I did like the What If episodes with Captain Carter. I mean, she's not like my favorite character, but she is enjoyable at least. And like, and her showing up in Multiverse of Madness was one of the actual good members of the Illuminati. So
yeah, I'll give you that. But she's just there for me.
I get it.
So I don't like her as Peggy Carter. Like, as Peggy Carter, she is borderline, like, I don't even know. It's just, like she
almost
kind of
like
annoys
narcissistic.
me.
Like almost narcissistic in a way.
Not even that. It's like she can't decide if she wants to be the damsel in distress or the self-saving princess when she's Peggy Carter.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But when you get her, if you go into What If episode 1, where she ends up becoming Captain Carter, it was a better character. But then for some reason, I don't know, like fragile masculinity or some crap, like with the What If in this season where they brought her in, it was this, you were seeing more of that like Peggy Carter, constantly doubting myself.
Yeah.
Kind of garbage, which you didn't get with Captain Carter in What If episode 1.
Yeah.
So I think
just one quick question. I have not caught up on it, so I haven't watched it yet. But you were talking about characters made for the show. Did you say Captain Carter was made for the show?
Yeah.
She was in a Tales of Suspense back in. Oh God, what was that like?
Different character, because Peggy Carter is a amalgamation of Captain America's older characters, and making that character, what you call it, Captain Carter is something having a difference. Like the character you're talking about is one. Wait, the character you're talking about is one of the love interests from way back in the day, but that's not Sharon Carter. Sharon Carter is an amalgamation of a couple of characters.
Not Sharon. I'm talking about Peggy.
Exactly, Peggy. Yeah.
I'll look it up because I thought that Peggy Carter got to be in like kind of like a one-off in like a Tales of Suspense back in like the 60s or something, like the 70s.
Well, and that may have been what originally inspired the What If character.
Yeah, there's some amalgamations. Yeah.
But like I said, I'm a big Captain Carter fan. Like, that is on my list of cosplays to do. Because, well, for one, my boobs will fit in the costume. But you know,
Someone say boobs. Someone say boobs. No, for real. I'm here. Someone say boobs.
sorry, man, didn't realize you were taking
Danger
a break.
will. Danger will. There's boobs on screen.
Yeah.
That will help our numbers.
Oh
in
my
Vegas.
goodness,
Yeah.
that'll help with rating for sure.
Yo, did y'all just see how red Will's face got, y'all? If you guys can watch it, like Will is not white like I am, and his cheeks just went rosy red, y'all.
See, they never know what I'm going to come up with, you know.
Mm-mm.
But so, like, I mean, I have an affection for Captain Carter,
Mm-hmm.
but
Like,
it's more of an affection for season 1 Captain Carter, of season 1 What If of Captain Carter, versus this like insecure pegginess they brought back into season 3.
I mean, she all right.
Understandable.
She all right.
Understandable.
I just don't see the awesomeness that some people give her. I just don't see it.
I gotta say,
Yeah,
I think
I
the
get that.
jetpack and Multiverse of Madness was overkill. Like, if she didn't have the jetpack, I'm sure it'd be okay for me. But the jetpack just reminds me of like Yamcha from Dragon Ball Z. Like, dude, just no. The grown-ups are fighting. You just sit over there and
Damn.
Yeah, I
Like
wasn't
the
a fan of
Cybermen.
live action, the way they did the live action Captain Carter, because I still felt they did very similar to what they're doing in season 3. Is she wasn't really embodying Captain Carter of I am Captain America in my universe,
Yeah.
or I am what you would see as your Captain America.
Yeah.
It's more of this like I got to put on a really cool costume and girl power.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I was.
you got
So-
the shield. Karen, you got the shield. I got the shield. The girl
Yeah.
powers.
it matches our boots, and look, it
Let's go,
matches.
baby.
Yeah. And
So in the
So what
original
you and Jenae talk about
group
on a standard
for What If and
Saturday.
stuff, was it all females originally, or did they just decide to do all females?
no, so in the
I-
What If series in
Yeah, that's
season
probably a
1,
great decision.
Because I never watched season 1. I jumped
Okay.
to season
yeah,
2.
so season 1 it
I
was
was
like
gonna go back and watch it.
they did multiple characters, but it wasn't like they had like all female team ups.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it was basically they told the Captain America story,
Mm-hmm.
basically from the aspect of something went wrong when they were supposed to be getting Cap into the chair.
Yeah.
But in order to not lose the experiment, the funding, etc.,
Yeah.
Hagee was the only one that could get herself into the chair in time, so she got the
Mhm.
super soldier serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was just like this whole episode of her going out doing the Captain America stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but she was Captain Carter obviously because she's British.
Yeah.
And that was what it was. It wasn't about like, oh, look, and there was a Bucky. I can never think of Captain America's actual name.
Steve Rogers.
Steve
Steve
Rogers.
Rogers, yeah. Like Steve Rogers, he had like a mech suit.
Mm-hmm.
The Hydra Stomper.
The Hydra Stomper, yeah. So you had all these other characters that just like because she became Captain America, they had different roles as to how their futures played out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like an all-girl team up.
Yeah.
Now,
No, I mean like what they is for like them trying to protect the Watchers, like.
I don't know that storyline well enough to be
That's what I'm
sure.
saying. It's like in the original storyline, was it all females or was it? Or I wasn't sure if they were trying to do an agenda with this What If series or not, or if they
I
actually had
mean,
men and women in there.
I could see that. I mean, like if there were supposed to be the exiles were mostly male. With like, not to say that the female members were like bad or unimportant because they were definitely important.
I was
but-
just wondering what they were. But
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Storm though.
Of course, yeah,
So
definitely highlight.
she's like one of my favorite X-Men. So, and I love
all
like
can
for the most part with What If that they bring back like the original voices or the actors that had played them in like the live actions for the most part. So I think that's pretty cool.
Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, but for a minute, Storm was the X-Man for a minute
What do you mean by that?
in the
Kira?
comics. She was the X-Man for a minute. She was the leader for a second.
I guess I'm not sure. I know what you're asking. I don't know.
Was she, didn't she lead the team for a minute?
Well, she's
Yeah,
she's led
she's
multiple
led them.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was because there's a character called the X-Man, so I was like, wait, what do you? I was confused.
Right.
My bad.
Right. Okay. All right. So the last episode, the Exiles and the Watcher versus the other 3 Watchers. What did y'all think of that episode?
I stayed awake.
Yay, cat.
That bad.
I like how Bernie's like, can I read the fine print first?
It's like I said, I only watched the first. It's like I only watched the first 3, you guys, but it was hard. This whole series has just been hard to I don't know if it's because of the storylines they chose or what they picked. It's just been it's been a hard sell.
Yeah, and I guess maybe because I don't know enough about the Watchers, I'll openly admit that.
Mm.
And I get that they're on this own special level plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
But when they could do like the mumbo jumbo spinny, turn us all into one and we're going to erase everyone's existence from every timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's like a thing they just threw into the show because they thought it would be a cool effect. It really kind of felt like the Watchers that were trying to get rid of the Watcher had completely turned their back on what their purpose was. And there was like no going back. Like someone flipped a switch and they were all 3 like Dr. Evil clones.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the point. Yeah. Time can change things if you are detached. So yeah.
Oh boy from Sesame Street.
All right, moving on. Future Commandos. Anyone see the last episode, the finale?
It was great.
I have.
What y'all
I
think?
was so sad. I was so sad that Nina died.
Yeah.
Or like maybe Nina died.
Well, Nina's whole story was like,
I know.
wow, like
It was like a depressing type of story.
yeah, like I'm like, it's really good that I'm feeling okay about myself today because yeah, like that there was a lot of darkness in that. And I think the story was good, and I feel like it is an important kind of story to tell. Because comic books are really a lot of what comic books do, no matter what the comic is, there is some commentary on what's going on in real life, right? So like in baby Nina's case, she was born with this really bad health condition where her lungs were on the outside of her body.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so her dad is this scientist, and out of love for his child, is like, I need to find a way that she can live and function so that I don't lose my child.
Yeah.
And he does it through some questionable scientific means. But it's kind of one of those 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You know, I mean, a lot of times it's hard when you have kids that are sick or kids that need medical care, or, you know, you don't feel doctors are being upfront with you about like what kind of procedures they need, and having to make that choice of, well, which is better, my child being alive and going through this surgery, this procedure, these treatments, or having to deal with that death of a child. And like, I mean, it showed definitely the struggles that parents go through with a child who has any kind of illness or terminal illness.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a downer of an episode. Like, wow, so that's how we're going to end the season? Yeah.
I'm glad that the bride became basically the captain of the team, though. That was really cool.
Yeah.
One thing, like, if anyone is actually a fan of the comic of the Frankenstein in the comics, this interpretation probably is not for you. It's like they really kind of messed up his character in this. Frankenstein's monster.
I did find it odd that it was a 7-episode season.
That's an odd number to end.
Yeah.
Is it gonna? Is it gonna be like some anime where they do like 7 episodes for season 1, and then the next 7 episodes drops like?
Oh no, nah, they do it. They'll do it like they used to do it back in the day. Jenae, you get 7 episodes, and then you get an OVA, and then you get the second season. Then you get the second season.
I think your Commando could do an OVA. They know it.
Well, what I find, like, because I normally skip intros when you get the skip intro button, but I don't know why. I know, but I thoroughly enjoy
if it's a kick-ass
James
intro.
Gunn because he just looks hilarious.
especially if it's a kick-ass intro. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a part of me that's kind of like, wow, was that like the artist being like, hey, why don't we draw James Gunn in here?
Right.
Or was that James Gunn's ego being like, hey, do me a favor, put me in there?
Yeah,
I want to be an
yeah.
animated character too.
I mean, to be
Like,
fair,
some
James Gunn's
family
already been an
Some
animated
family stuff
character.
going down.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
definitely thinking that too.
All right.
But I was pleasantly surprised by this series too. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump into some anime news. Jenae, what anime news you got for us, if any?
I just have. Hold on. Where is my notes?
Your notes should be in your phone underneath notes. No disrespect. I'm trying to help.
The notes
That's
should
what-
be
So,
in your notes. In your
Only anime
notes.
news right now I have is just like series that have dropped recently that are going to be like a once a week drop in their designated streaming services. Like My Happy Romance season 2 started up. The next episode will be Monday on Netflix.
What a stars. Appreciate you coming through. Thank you for coming through, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
The Apothecary Diary season 2 dropped on Crunchyroll, and so that's also 1 episode a week kind of a thing. And then for people that are webtoon comics fans,
Yes.
Honey Melon Soda started on Crunchyroll, so that's a once a week drop. And then I've been also watching a new sports anime on Netflix that does a once a week drop, and it's called Blue Box, and it's about badminton player.
What was it? Can you repeat that name again?
Blue Box.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a badminton player that's in love with a girl that plays basketball. She's 1 grade above him, and so like he wants to become a really good athlete so that she notices him, and so that he can confess his love to her. So, but then the twist is her parents went to for a job to America, and so she's living in the house with him. But it's not like a comedy. It's more like a slice of life kind of a anime. So, and that's also on Netflix. So
I have my son in the room with me, and the reason why I'm still kind of bringing him on is because I don't get into sports anime. I can't do it for some strange reason. I can't get into sports anime, but he can. This boy, you've been watching what, Blue Lock forever?
No, Blue Lock was the number 2 rated best episode in the whole world.
And maybe it's because of the type of sport. Well, put yourself on camera. And maybe
What up, bro?
and maybe it's and maybe it's because it's soccer. I don't know if that's the reason, but
Hold on.
He
The show
loves
is about soccer, and it's called badminton.
no, it's blue. The show he's talking about is called Blue Lock.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about a badminton show about
The one
soccer.
I'm talking about is called Blue Box, and it's about basketball and badminton.
And see, I can't get into sports anime. I just don't.
It depends on the sport.
Mm-hmm. See, he does. I can't get into sports for some reason. It doesn't hold my attention long enough.
Have you watched Haikyuu? Because that's really good, even though it's volleyball.
It's
I haven't watched that yet.
I got so many opinions about that, Jenae. I'm going to keep to myself.
The only sports anime I've ever been able to get into, there was this one about like these girls that started going to the gym and weightlifting.
Oh my gosh.
I know what you're talking about on that one. I know what you're talking about on
Yeah,
that one.
that one was
Something like
hilarious
Fandoms?
because like
Yeah.
I could relate to like the gym attitudes and the people you see.
Yeah, I
at the
get you.
gym.
I know what you.
And then
Jack
like the
Blake was talking
creator
about that
just
one.
is like this little thing, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Ooh," but his head's just normal teeny.
Yeah, Jack Blake was talking about that one. I know the one you're talking about.
That one's hilarious.
Yeah, I know that one. That was cool.
I haven't gone back to.
But as a whole, I just can't get into sports anime. I just can't.
It just like Haikyuu.
Hold on, Jenae. Before you finish that thought, Will. We also said we were never going to get into Food Wars, and we're 7 episodes into Food Wars now.
Yes, we are.
Not saying, just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll give Blue
If
Lock
we
a
can try Food Wars and make that okay, we can get into sports animes.
Yes, we can do that.
Are you gonna make them
Haikyuu
watch
is
Yuri
on
on
Netflix
Ice?
if you wanna try
Say
it,
what,
but
Tyler?
Jenae, you gonna make them watch Yuri on Ice?
No, I will not force them to watch Yuri on Ice.
Wait.
Oh, that don't even
Recommendation.
sound like something I'll watch.
No.
That's a
Oh,
sports
that does not
anime.
sound like something I'll watch.
It's male figure skating. I do
Oh,
not
hell.
think they would enjoy it
No.
at
Male
all.
figures.
I
Will-
won't
Will-
torture them with
Mm-mm.
that. No.
Will,
I wish there
Well,
was a season
Mel,
2. It was
I
really
ain't
good.
doing
The
it.
choreography
I
was
ain't
great.
doing
The
it.
animation was great, but
I ain't doing it. You ain't pulling my
Well-
man card from me. Hell no.
Will, did you ever watch Blades of Glory?
No.
Will Ferrell and John Heater?
What?
Like,
No,
that is
I've
the
never seen it.
only,
Never seen it
that
either,
is
but
the
that's
only
because Will
male
Ferrell's-
figure skating movie I have ever watched.
I've never seen it.
If there is anything male figure skating, you should watch it as Blades of Glory. Diamond knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
I just can't do it, man. I can't.
but
I ain't got the intestinal fortitude.
with at least I have not watched very many sports anime, but like I watched Haikyuu because I was trying to figure out why it was such a big deal. So I watched
Right.
it like after its big wave. And it's very intense. It's very much like Dragon Ball Z aspect for intensity with things. And it's really good.
Is it
Do
the
they
same
scream before
timeline as
every
Dragon Ball
fight?
Z though? The same flight last 30 years?
No.
One fight scene, one screaming
y'all,
scene.
y'all
Last,
know what I'm
And
talking
like
about.
it'll have a tournament, but like it'll be like one episode will be a couple games, and then like
Y'all know what I'm talking
whoever
about.
wins
Because when
that part of
Goku,
the game, and it goes on to the next one with different opponents and stuff,
You-
or they're
you-
training.
y'all know what I'm talking about. Because when Goku fought Frieza that very first time on Namek,
Yeah.
that thing went.
Yeah,
forever.
it's not.
18 rounds.
Yeah, that thing went forever.
Diamond, have you watched Haikyuu?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like episode stretching wise. I don't think it would be like Goku and fighting.
It's not
Frieza.
like fighting. It's more just like, oh yes, it's interesting when you see someone that spike a ball from
Yeah.
like distance.
Hey,
But
Will.
it's-
I'm trying
They
to
jump
find.
up in the
I'm
air.
trying to find an anime where there were chicks that they were and they were fighting with their butts. I'm trying to find that.
Hey,
I
anime.
Will.
remember that anime.
Well, I'm going to let you know right now. I still have not watched
Real.
that dungeon one you recommended for me. I still haven't watched that one.
Oh,
Delicious
I
in
got it.
Dungeon.
I got it.
Uh-oh.
I'm finna
Or
put it. I'm
Pick Me Up Girl in a
finna,
Dungeon. Delicious
put
in
it-
Dungeon is really good. It's
What was
finna
hilarious.
that
put it
one?
in the
High
chat
School
right now.
D&D? Is that the one that Will wants me to watch as High School D&D?
Yeah.
High School DxD, and you need to watch High
DxD.
School DxD and High School of the Dead. You need to watch both. Of them.
Okay. And which streaming platform are those on?
Crunchyroll.
Mhm.
And you can find
Okay.
and you
Well,
can
they're
find some of the
on
best. And you can find some of the best scenes from both of those on YouTube.
And there are ladies in those. I'm not just going to watch guys screaming and creaming.
Oh
all day.
yeah, some ladies in there.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Will.
Ain't like JoJo.
Iconic scene.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
you know what?
It ain't
We'll
like
watch
JoJo.
Haikyuu because there's a lot of guys screaming.
It ain't like JoJo.
Volleyball.
It ain't like JoJo.
High School
I don't
DxD
want that.
is almost hentai.
I don't want
JoJo
that
got
episode of-
JoJo got everybody questioning any manhood when you watch JoJo.
All I gotta say is if
I
I,
can't
watch
watch
an
JoJo.
anime, if I watch an anime about volleyball and it takes them an entire episode to do a set spike, and then it's cliffhanger. Did they score the point?
Oh,
Nope.
no.
The next
No,
episode is
No, it's all-
It's
completely
definitely
normal.
not like that,
okay.
but it's very intense, and
'Cause
I
I could
didn't
be the
realize
guy
how much
doing-
I would like it because I've rewatched it at least 3 to 4 times.
Because I'll be that guy that does the voiceover. Did the white team get the point? Did Harry get the spike? Find out next time on this episode
no.
is an anime
On this
about volleyball.
episode or whatever.
And that's what the show name is going to be. This episode is about volleyball.
Yeah, it's definitely like not like that. So
Okay.
It was like
but
another
also
anime.
those filler episodes are because like they would get caught up to the manga, and so then they have to stretch it out to get it where it needed to go, kind of thing. That's why, like, there was one episode in Dragon Ball Z where Piccolo and Goku learned how to drive.
Yep.
They didn't. They
Chi-Chi
were
made
caught up to
Chi-Chi
the
made him
manga.
do it too.
And this
Chi-Chi made him
is
do
why.
it too.
This is why I don't really care for the animes versus like the live action shows. So like when Power Rangers was going into from their second to the third season, they were like, hey, we want to keep using the Sentai footage, but we don't have the American like actors to be able to play into it. I thought that was a really good use because it's not like hey, we have to wait for the anime to get done. We have to wait for the source material. We have it already. We just need the American side of the footage. It's stuff like that where it's creative on the fly, not a filler episode of, hey, Krillin, let's go learn how to drive.
You know what?
Yeah, that puts me to sleep.
You know what? Real quick, while you mentioned Krillin makes me sick because if you go back and look at some of these Dragon Ball episodes,
hold on,
and,
Will, I'm gonna finish
some
your
of the
sentence.
stuff that happens. Krillin always talking about it's too much. The Earth can't take it. It's too dangerous, Goku.
This coming from the bald-headed dude that's smashing 18.
Yeah.
Dude, no, shut up, dude. You got a hot blonde. You got a hot blonde in your bed. Exactly. Shut up, Krillin. Krillin, if you're watching this, shut up. Fucking Krillin.
It's really sad.
You go hang out over. You go hang out over there on the playground with Yamcha. Fucking Yamcha and Krillin. Who fucking has a Destructo disc as their goddamn finishing move? Oh my god, I gotta take down this fucking tree. Destructo disc.
Yeah, no Destructo disc.
Fucking A.
Disc golf champion of the world, man.
Fucking Goku be wiping off that Destructo disc like Luke Skywalker did in that what is it? Not the Last Jedi, just shrugging it off his shoulder like that's it. That's all you got. You haven't been training, Krillin. What else you got for anime news there, Jenae?
That's pretty much it. Some of the stuff that's dropped that I'm going to be currently watching. So,
I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys mentioned it last week. Probably not. Judging by date of death was January 6th. Dale Wilson, voice actor for Dragon Ball Z. I believe he was the voice actor for Cell, if I remember right. Passed away January 6th at the age of 74.
We didn't talk about it, but yeah.
So, yeah.
Rest
in paradise. Rest in paradise, Cell.
Hey, Ando, check the group chat.
Am I going to be okay to check group chat? You're not going to
be okay to check group chat. It'll be okay.
I'm not going to have to excuse myself, am I?
No.
Will, right. I think you underestimate my fortitude, sir. After all, it says in chat. But
while you're doing that, I'm gonna go over to Diamond and get her video game news. Diamond, what you got for us, Diamond?
So there was a 6-minute.
Sorry, premature, guys. My bad.
There was a 6-minute of Transformers reactive gameplay footage leaked online following this week's cancellation of the game.
What?
Frankie, appreciate you bringing on, man. Thank you.
Hold on. I want to make sure I understand that correctly. They leak gameplay footage of a new series of a video game that hasn't had a game release since
how does that happen?
2019? And then you're going to announce that it's canceled.
So they announced it at 2022 during like the Game Awards, and then ever since then there's no like actual announcements coming out. And then earlier this week they canceled the game, but somehow someone leaked it for 6 minutes. But it's supposed to be like it was supposed to be I think a online action game for 4 players, but it was like
how do you do that?
It's the gaming industry nowadays, man. If it ain't a AAA title, good luck getting it off the ground, man. Hell, that's why it took so long for Power Rangers. The new Power Rangers game that just came out, Rita's Rewind, took so long to get that off the ground. Thank God for indie developers to be able to make the game.
It's like that scene from Toy Story 2, I think, where he's like, "All right, next game." Like,
I remember, yeah.
Yep. By the way,
Woody's Roundup.
Exactly.
By the way, Tyler, have you had a chance to play Power Rangers Rita's Rewind yet?
I am what you call a broke ass bitch. So
Tyler, no, man. No, don't say that, Tyler.
I'm a broke ass bitch too. It's after
right there with
Christmas,
you,
so
bro.
I'm officially broke.
I'm right there with you, bro.
No,
I'm gonna tell you, I woke up crying this morning. I woke up
because you couldn't go to work because you don't know how to drive in snow.
No, I woke up crying this morning because Disney Plus pulled that big old drive-by on your boy. Because I do the annual subscription to Disney Plus. They came by, they drove by, they took that 160 out so damn quick.
And still no weekenders.
I couldn't even react. They even got the weekenders, but they ain't got the weekenders.
Star Command.
And then I just saw a video saying that Weekenders turns 25 years old, and I was like, but then
they also haven't added the House Mouse.
We still ain't got the Weekenders on there yet, man.
Oh yeah, and Static Shock too. And also
I was going to complain about that tonight. I was going to complain about that tonight because they took Static off of HBO Max.
I gotta say, I got enough Static Shock taken off my jacket today for everybody, so we don't need that on Disney Plus.
But they removed a lot of those Cartoon Network shows off HBO Max, and that just made me mad.
Going back to Power Rangers Rita's Rewind, I really enjoy the developers who did that game. Kind of a quick reason why. So the game came out. First things first, there was no online play, which I am okay with. I was not under the impression there would be any type of online co-op with the game. The game is fairly short. It's only like 10 levels long, but they give you objections to complete inside the level, and then you can go back after you beat the level. Spoiler alert, the game's been out out for like 3 weeks, so I can totally say this. Green Ranger and the Dragon Sword are both playable characters once you beat the game for the first time, so you can actually play up to 6 players. I believe on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. I want to say Switch is still the only one where they have up to 4. But they got enough complaints in the first 72 hours that the game came out, which released December 19th, if I remember correctly. Before Christmas, they had a patch out. So like 6 days after the game came out, the developers had a patch that not just fixed the combat scenarios inside the game. Each Ranger now hits differently. So Kimberly's not going to punch the same damage that Tommy and Jason do. But they added a patch for co-op. So you can now play co-op with people both on the same console and cross-play as well, which I thought was really awesome.
What else you got down?
Assassin's Creed Shadows was delayed again. Supposed to be releasing in March of 2025.
Okay.
Did anybody see Domino's pizza response to that announcement?
No.
Was that actually Domino's though?
It's the actual Domino's account. Yeah.
That was their account for real?
Yeah, they got savage like Wendy's and said, we'll help you with make sure that you're delivering on time.
I love it when companies do that.
Wendy's is like notorious for doing it. Wendy's is bad at blasting people on. So there was somebody like, what should I get? Yeah. They did it with Burger King years too. They did it with Burger King recently because Burger King was doing their 2 for $5 for their Whopper Juniors. And they're like, what should I get on my Whopper Juniors 2 for $5? A Baconator from Wendy's. I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
Hey, what else you got, Diamond?
So Xbox and LG are planning to bring cloud gaming to LG smart TVs.
Oh, let's go. Diamond, if you don't say this in video game news, I gotta piggyback off of Xbox when you get a second.
That's awesome.
And then
that's gonna give me a reason to upgrade this Vizio.
I was like, I got a Roku. I'm fine. I don't need that.
Totally.
I got a Roku myself, so.
And then Xbox Developer Direct announced for this month includes brand new games of both South of Midnight, Doom: The Dark Ages, Expedition 33, or just what's called Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Now that South of Midnight, that's the one that's played in Lake Louisiana, right? Where you're in the swamps. That looked based off the gameplay for E3 last year, that looks dope.
Everybody, we need to put a GoFundMe together so Dom can get a PS5 so she can play Marvel's Rivals.
Excuse me, sir. No, she needs to get an Xbox One Series X so that she can play. She needs to play Genshin Impact with me and Kat. We're gonna get down tomorrow or Monday.
Awesome. Hey, can I play with y'all? Because I play it on PC.
We should be able to. They have an option for cross-play platform.
Oh, okay. Then I have Genshin Impact on PS4.
Well, yeah, we got a party. Now we just need Jenae, Tyler, and Shaw to get on board, and then we can run a 7. We can do this like we're doing right now, except we'll do the Friday night game display. That's how we'll do it. Yeah. Hosted by Ando and Diamond. Let's go. Your video game reporters for the Geek Gauntlet on Beast of Fandoms.
Let's go. I'm down.
Sorry.
Down.
Diamond and Ando. I'm the host and the co-host.
Hey, you got to wear the cat ears again, though.
Ando can go ahead and pick it back off.
Yes.
Cat got to wear the cat ears again, though.
What's that?
Cat got to wear the cat ears again.
Oh, of course. Cat is cat, so cat has to have the cat.
Yeah, got to wear the cat ears.
Got to wear the cat ears. Okay, so Diamond, you said Xbox. All right, one of the cool things that we all love about Xbox is that their big catalog of games through what is called Game Pass. One of the characters over the last decade that has been absent on most, if not all, Xbox games is Spider-Man. Reasoning to that, obviously, as everybody knows, Sony is associated with their pictures on the Marvel side of things with Spider-Man, Venom, and so forth.
Yes.
Xbox announced on January 1st that not all at once, so periodically, they are going to be releasing and redeveloping certain Activision Marvel games, including Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I'm going to try and remember this off the top of my head. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Spider-Man Friend or Foe, where you got to play Spider-Man and then either Venom, Green Goblin, and got to play co-op with that. I was very limited with that game. Spider-Man Web of Shadows.
Ooh.
Spider-Man Ultimate Spider-Man. That was another one. They have a total of like 10 games. The 3 big ones that I'm super excited about. What's that? Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. And then Deadpool, they're also going to re-release as well.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So it's not going to be all at once, but it will be periodic. At first, because again, it is Sony versus Xbox, I did not believe anything about it, but it has been confirmed by IGN, and I believe IGN is a sourceable enough rep that I believe that it's coming. But they don't know when the first drop will happen. But believe me, as soon as it becomes drop available, your boy will be playing as Spider-Man.
There we go.
Yep.
Appreciate
Thank you for letting me know about that Xbox, Diamond.
All right, Diamond, you got anything else?
No, that was all.
Cool. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate both of y'all going over that. All right, so I believe you have some stuff you want to...
Oh, hold on. Before we go, Will, can you throw it over for me to weather?
It's cold. All right, let's go.
It's cold outside. Okay.
It's cold. Y'all need to know it's cold.
So please bring it back over here. I'm kind of miss it.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Jenae?
Rain.
Jenae, you live in the Pacific Northwest. All you fucking get is rain.
But it's supposed to be snow right now.
We were supposed to get 6 inches of snow this weekend, and I haven't seen a drop. Now, once they say that we're supposed to get a dusting of snow, I will be caved in and will not be able to make it to work.
Yeah.
Is that why women can't do math?
Dang.
Look, when the weather people here in the Midwest say we're going to get a dusting, it means Will not be able to go to work because he can't drive in snow. Will, how do you not know how to drive in snow?
No, so you have to remember though, because you've lived in Texas. Georgia's in the same situation Texas is. We don't have the equipment to clear the roads. So what happens is it comes in overnight and it freezes. And if they put the de-icer on, it makes it that much more dangerous to drive on.
Black ice.
Well, no, the de-icer doesn't give you black ice. It's like driving on slushy.
Yeah. Hydroplaning at that point.
You literally you can't get traction and you're sliding all over the place unless you're in like an F-350.
Or I just make a dumbass remark and say, "Don't live in Texas."
I mean, to be fair, also,
I've got a free I've got a free Power Rangers convention here in like 2 months. So I mean,
Oh, that
I'll
is
take
right.
Texas over that.
You know
I
what?
mean,
Yeah, fuck
yeah.
Iowa. Let's go to Texas. We got a Power Ranger convention.
You don't
coming
wanna
on.
come here.
Today, you're invited.
You don't want to come
I
here.
would
You don't want to come here right now.
Why don't I want to come to? Wait, hold on. Why don't I want to come to Texas? Because it's
You
40
don't wanna
degrees
come.
and I don't have to bundle up in warmth.
No, it's too fucking hot here.
It's too.
Well, the rest of the year, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Look,
too hot here now. Right now, it's cold.
Will, I'm going to bring it up just like I brought it up on the Sports Reports podcast. When the temperature looks like a dude sitting on the toilet taking a shit, it is too cold for me to be outside. Jenae knows what I'm talking about.
Everybody know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Everybody better know what I'm talking about because I educate y'all on this damn show.
Oh my god.
My educational skills
man.
to teach you guys stuff
Hey.
on the Geek Gauntlet podcast has been missing for
Hey.
the last 6 weeks.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
we'll
Am I
get
not
back
wrong?
to that. We'll
Am I
get back
not
to that a little later.
All I want is like
Time
what
permitting.
happened in '96, and we had like 3 feet of snow, and it was glorious and amazing.
We also had it in, I think, 2001, if I remember right, because that was like the first year that I was there for high school.
So
Yeah.
All
Where you
right,
can
real
barely
quick.
get out of your front yard. Like you can't
Real-
even open up the front door; you're caved in. So you have to
Yeah.
All right,
sit
real
there
quick
peeling
before we
over the
get
front
before we
door.
get back to the lineup real quick, because I do want to get into the Superman stuff because I'm actually looking forward to this Superman movie, for 2 different reasons. But I want to go to Tyler real quick. Tyler, got anything on Power Rangers?
go Power
I mean, I
Rangers.
have.
Give
How
Power
about we get back to the
Rangers.
lineup one now, and I'll come back to you at the end of that because there's stuff.
It is okay. Cool. I want to make sure you get that out there real quick. All right, Shaw, go ahead and get us caught up on the Superman.
All right, so Superman trailer. First up, let's see picture number 1. We got some stills from the trailer. What are y'all thoughts on the Superman teaser trailer?
Woohoo!
I'm still on the fence.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited
I want to see this movie for 2 different reasons.
because
First,
crypto's in it.
to see if they can fix all the pre-hype errors, because I still say the suit looks ridiculous. You've seen Guy Gardner, he looks ridiculous. You've seen Hawk Girl, she looks all kind of crazy.
Well,
But-
Guy Gardner
so-
is kind of ridiculous.
So I want
But
to
is
see.
it Guy Gardner or is it Nathan Fillion doing his best Guy Gardner impression?
No, a bowl cut is not Hal Jordan.
Oh, I'm not saying that a bowl cut is awesome, and I'm not saying that a bowl cut should be seen by anybody not named Mark Davis.
Ah,
But no, I mean,
I can see what you did there.
again, I don't know the Guy Gardner side of things with Green Lantern. I heard he's like the bitch boy of all Green Lanterns.
They don't
Granted,
want
I've
him,
only
like
what's
Don't
that?
nobody like him but the Guardians.
No.
Don't nobody like him
Well-
but the Guardians, it seems.
But
Yeah.
Hey,
for
Shaw.
me personally, I'm down any type of comic book reiteration or reboot that they do. I'm always going to give it the time of day. Hell, it's why I was one of the 5 people that went to saw the Fan Fantastic movie that went to theaters.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Four of the people walked out halfway through, so I had the movie theater to myself. So I got to say boo or that's not right, all to
Like
myself.
Tyler going to see. That's like that. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, nope. It's like Ty going to see Madam
That's-
Web, right?
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't pay for it.
Will, I haven't been on the show for 6 weeks. What's the worst thing that happens? I get canceled off the show. That's the worst thing that happens.
But I do
yeah,
want
go
to see
ahead,
the
Will.
movie. But I do want to see the movie to see if they can fix some of this production stuff. Cause Hawk Girl's looking terrible. How dare you do my girl Hawk Girl like that? And the second reason I want to see it, I just want to see it because I want to see if they can capture that Superman magic from back in the day. I don't think they can, but I want to see if they do it because you got rid of the best person to me who's since Christopher Reeve to play Superman. You got rid of him. So I want to see just how well written or not how well written this movie is. But I think all DC fans should go see it because it's important that all DC fans go see it because this is going to be their future. This is going to be the budget for their future of other DC movies and other DC projects. So I want all DC fans to go see it, whether you like it or not. That's your discretion, but at least go see it.
But will also, I would say, temper your expectations.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because there is a reason that Superman was so awe-inspiring during the Christopher Reeve era.
Mm-hmm.
It was brand new.
Yeah.
So now, like, you and me have 40 plus years
Lies,
of
25
of that.
years.
Well, you know, but we have all that time with that, with what was the pinnacle of Superman.
Right.
So, like, I could definitely see, like, the younger audience who hasn't been as exposed to Superman having that same kind of wonder, but I'm a little bit concerned that the adult audience will not.
I think it'll be more well taken to, as Kat's saying, the younger audience, because the younger audience who hasn't been force-fed Superman with that god-awful Brandon Royce movie, and there were parts of that movie that I did like. I don't think they definitely did not get Superman right. Now, I will say, hindsight being 2020, in the Legends of Tomorrow, when they brought Superman back for that crossover as Brandon Royce, I thought that was awesome. But that's neither here nor there.
Y'all need to show that man. Y'all need to show that man some compassion.
Yeah.
He just got a divorce.
Yeah. But for a lot of the younger audience, this will be their introduction to who Superman is. So this will be their equivalent to our being Christopher Reeves will always be our Superman, right? And I know I speak for Kat, and I'm pretty sure I speak for Will. If anybody asks who is Superman, for us, it's going to be Christopher Reeve. I will always say that my Batman was Michael Keaton. There's other people who will say Christian Bale, and to each their own. I thought Christian Bale did a really good job with his character as Batman, and even Ben Affleck during the horrible DCEU days. But this being the character that it is, I mean, besides Spider-Man, and especially with now kind of that downing time frame with the Marvel Cinematic Universe not being as popular or being at the apex that it once was, Superman's coming back into the spotlight. So if there are younger audience who are watching this show getting ready for Superman, or you're getting primed and set, as Kat says, pull back the expectations, because you're going to hear that older audience, oh, this movie isn't what it's supposed to be. This movie, watch it at your own pace. Watch it at your own leisure, because that movie is going to do things for you that the Christopher Reeve Superman 1 and 2 movies did for the older generation.
I just think that it's important to at least go see it.
And
don't cheat. Please don't, because I'm putting myself out there big time for not going to the theaters, trying to watch it at home, trying to cheat the system. No.
Yep.
Go see it at the theater, because again, this is big for DC. This is gonna fund however this movie does.
Yeah.
Is gonna fund their next project.
You guys also get crypto in your movie, so just remember, back in our day, we just had Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. Yep. You guys get Crypto the dog. I want Crypto the dog.
And Miss Swashbuckler.
Ando.
Yes.
We're talking about Christopher Reeve. Have you watched that documentary yet?
I have not. Where am I watching it at, and what is it about?
The Christopher Reeve documentary that came out just a few months ago?
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, thank you, Will.
It's
buddy.
very good. Superman, the Christopher Reeve story.
Which platform?
I believe it's on Max.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I've seen like
I'll
the
take a
little
look.
present for it.
I'll take a look at it.
Yep.
And this is what I'm referring to right here.
Hey, look, Ivan Ooze.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Avenues.
So
Ivan Ooze. Oh no, that would have been Zordon. That was like Zordon's look in the Power Rangers movie back from '95.
What are we looking at?
The bottom left-hand picture, the one that looks like Data, Brett Singer. That looks like Zordon from the 1995 movie.
Is there a picture on the screen? There's no picture on my screen.
Yeah, no, there's a picture on.
Yeah, there's a picture on the screen.
Oh,
is
okay. I don't have
anyone
it on
else getting Nathan Fillion's outfit and haircut Vector vibes from?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Vector.
Give him a
Booyah!
Give him a cape.
You see Hawk Girl right there. She just don't look realistic.
And Lex Luthor looks like the Hitman.
Yeah. It just
It's
don't
only his
look.
son, that's why.
And oh my goodness.
I want to go see
But
it.
again,
I want to go see it. I want to support it.
You guys get Crypto. I want Crypto.
They could have made a cuter Crypto.
Whoa.
Looks more like a mutt than a purebred dog. So.
Did you just call
Jenae?
Crypto a mutt?
I was
Yeah, look like a
Jenae, you
whip.
need to take that back.
I mean,
Jenae, you know how I feel about you.
Jenae ain't lying though.
I-
She ain't lying.
Look, I take you being a Huskies
You
fan.
crap on me, and then you're like,
I-
she ain't lying.
She ain't lying though.
Look,
I
Jenae,
can't
put up with
believe
her-
it, Jenae. Oh, you
Jenae,
got.
Well, I'm just saying what you were thinking, so I get all the blame.
No, they have. They
Act
legit
cute.
got like a terrier to play Crypto when it should have been like a yellow lab.
That's
Yes,
not. I'm about to say, 'cause it's not even the right breed of dog.
They have beautiful.
there's been a couple
Irish
different
breeds that
different
could
time
have played
periods.
crypto.
So we gonna. So
Okay,
here's my
hold on.
question. When we get Supergirl Water tomorrow, we gonna see Streaky,
Who the fuck is Streaky?
Maybe we don't know yet.
the Super
Maybe.
Cat.
Oh,
bat?
He's not in that story.
There's a super bat.
Super Cat.
Oh,
C-A-T.
cat. I thought you said bat.
Cat.
P-A-T.
C.
Cat.
Hey,
Streaky the
I don't
Super Cat.
remember what he is in
Crypt-
Silent
Crypto is in Super. Is just Women of Tomorrow.
Oh, he's in that story too. Okay, cool.
He's a big part of that story. You'll have to just enjoy.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well,
Even though
Maybe this is like the original iteration of Crypto, and he finds some
maybe he's a
super
puppy.
power in
and he grows into a
kryptonite,
breed.
and that's where he powers up into the Great Dane. That
Or
he is.
maybe he's a
I
puppy.
don't know.
Maybe he's a puppy and he grows into his breed.
Thank you. See, this
You
is
know?
why Will is like my brother from another mother, because he
No, but-
he gets my point of view and
Yes.
gives me proper legs to stand on.
But
Yes.
but the thing is,
Hey.
sometimes puppies can look cute, and then they grow up, and then they look fugly.
Janae,
Just saying.
I take
You
offense
can
to
have the
that. All right,
cutest dang puppy in the world, and then it could
Janae.
be ugly when it's an adult.
Janae, I used to be a cute little kid,
Just
and then I grew
saying.
up, and now I'm ugly. You had to relate
Oh
me to
my
that. That's
gosh.
Janae.
I am not referring to
Look,
you.
I
as
know I'm a
puppy.
Cougars fan. I know I'm a Cougars fan, but you don't have to hate me on that. I don't hate you because you're
Oh
a
my
Huskies fan.
gosh. Let me go back to Shaw before Shaw kills me. What's up next, Shaw?
Oh, I do love
Alright,
you, but you're making it very hard. I don't have to like you right now, Ben.
All right, next up, the Batman 2 delayed till 2027. Anybody interested in that?
Damn.
Oh, no.
Why so
Is
long?
anyone
We gonna
actually
forget it.
care?
We gonna forget it by then.
Let me just play the world's smallest violin.
We gonna forget
You're
it.
right there. I'm with
don't
you,
get
Diamond.
support for
I'm with you.
Batman?
Hot Topic won't let us forget. It's fine.
I
Yeah, I just love that. Like the Hot Topic algorithms were listening, because when you made that comment and then boom, Hot Topic showed all the advertisements for Batman. I was
They
like,
listen
oh my
to this
God.
show. They listen
Hey,
to
Will.
this show.
Well, Hot Topic idea. We need to get Hot Topic to sponsor the show.
Yes. Yes. Lord
We'll
have
throw
mercy
that
on
ad
this
right
podcast
after
show.
the
Yes.
introduction for the Geek Gauntlet podcast.
Yes.
This
It's
show is
very
brought
well
to you.
lit now.
we need-
There's a lot of
we need
anime.
Hot
This was
Topic.
brought to you by Hot Topic.
We need Hot Topic and Spencer's for after Geek After Dark.
He says expensive.
10:15.
It's
We're gonna run that
expensive
ad
too.
for Spencer's. Spencer's, that place in the mall that looks really dark and has
Yes.
blasted objects for you to use. Come to
Yes.
Spencer's. It's dark back here.
And we still have a Spencer's here where I live.
Yep, we
There's
have one here in the
Spencer's.
mall that I work at.
Every store has flaccid objects if you look hard enough.
Exactly.
Hat. We can't be promoting chokeable objects to kids under 3. Okay, for real.
Oh my
That's how
God.
I
Shaw,
go to
get
the
me out of this,
hospital.
man. Get me out of this, man. I ain't trying to get
All right,
canceled by the
next.
FCC. Get me out of this, Shaw. What's next?
All right, next up, we got some casting. Mission number 5. Jason Momoa has been cast as Lobo.
I'm not against it.
I'm not mad about it. Like, I like Lobo. I like Jason Momoa.
You just like his
Jason
abs. That's why
Momoa,
you
my
like
lawn.
his abs. That's why you like his
because I liked him.
abs.
I liked him long before he was doing like
You
Aquaman.
liked him in Stargate, right?
Yeah, and you
So-
didn't really see his abs then.
Cat's like, I remember him in the Baywatch days.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no! No! I would
In
not
the
touch
dark
that kind of
side.
Jason Momoa with a 10-foot pole.
Oh,
Like,
snap.
I would
Oh,
drink the
snap.
man at the bar and walk out, but I would not touch that kind of Jason Momoa with a 10-foot pole.
snap.
Hey, Will. She would touch him with a 9.5-foot pole. 10 is just too long.
My just concern is, and I mean, I've said it before. You know, just don't mess it up.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it like this: it's getting to the point where,
He
as
is
a
a
fan,
Lobo, though.
it's getting to the point with me as a fan. Again, I'm not against it, but the people who do pay attention to the comic books and the DCEU, like the movies, they're going to be like, "Hey, why is a good guy now playing as a bad guy?" It's a lot like with me not liking RDJ to play Doctor Doom, because you have such a loyal fan base who fell in love with RDJ as Iron Man, and those people who are really enjoying Jason Momoa as Aquaman, now they're going to see him be, why is he fighting Supergirl? I thought he was a good guy.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Jason Momoa's played so many roles where he's been both the good guy and the bad guy.
He's
Had a pretty good mix of roles.
Mm-hmm.
The fanboys are just going to have to choke and get over it.
There are worse things to choke on than Jason Momoa. Shut up,
right? Yeah.
I also like and enjoy that. Like, he read the comics and he liked that character too. So he was like, he said in an interview, he's like, if they come to me right now and say, "Will you play Lobo?" He said yes. And that was before he was Aquaman, I think.
Plus, my thing is, Lobo is so cut and dry. How can you mess it up?
Yeah.
Have you seen Marvel lately?
I've seen Marvel.
And that's what worries me, is because they tried to make Thanos a sympathetic character.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, that did.
Because unfortunately, the mouse likes to have the positive storyline.
Oh boy.
You're gonna
it would have been.
Oh boy.
Do we have a problem?
I think I would have been more sympathetic to
Kat,
Thanos had we just stuck to the original storyline, because Aubrey Plaza as Death. I see why you did it. I see why you did it.
Yeah, but here's my thing. If they decide they want him to be, they want to try and Black Adam him and make him be an anti-hero and not just like this. I don't want to call Lobo a bad guy, because he's not a bad guy, but he's definitely not a good guy either.
No.
He is in that solid,
he's in the gray.
I do what I do.
Lobo killed his whole planet. I don't think he's gray.
Well, he did kill his whole planet. That is true.
He's just enjoyably
to be the only one left. To be the only one left.
He's just enjoyably bad.
That's some reverse Martian Manhunter shit.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, is I do not want to see Marvel take and try and be and give him the Black Adam treatment like DC did and be like, "Oh, he's not a bad guy." No, Lobo just, he doesn't care, is really what it gets down to. Lobo cares about Lobo, and that is what it is. And I just don't want to see them like mess that up.
I genuinely don't think we're gonna have to worry too. I mean, this is just me hoping, but I don't think at this exact time there's a Lobo movie planned. I think Lobo's gonna show up in something, and I think he's gonna be maybe a minute-long scene. I think, and you can't mess that up. This is gonna be, and that'll be their test trial, right? They'll see, the people like it. Was it okay? And then maybe if DC can actually pull their stuff together in the next 5 to 8 years, you can have a Lobo movie. But
so like a spot cameo.
Lobo is Marvel.
What?
No, Lobo's DC.
Is he?
Yeah,
because Lobo's DC with Superman.
Lobo's DC.
Okay.
Yeah. Lobo. I was like, what? No, I don't see. Lobo's a character, and I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I actually don't give a shit about Lobo. I really don't. I know there's people who love Lobo, and that's totally okay. I just never cared for him, but it's one of those things where I think he just makes more sense of a character to show up and when you're out in space doing cosmic stuff, and you just run into this douchebag at a cosmic bar who's beating up people and taking people. That's perfect Lobo. You don't have to mess that up. You can just deal with that, and it will work great.
That's what I'm saying. How can you mess it up?
You need to have him more as like a cameo star, not be the star of his own film. He needs to be the cameo side.
I just don't know what type of movie would do very well with Lobo as the centerpiece of the film.
I don't know. You could have Supergirl walking into a bar, and as she walks out, a dude goes through the window, and Lobo comes out and goes, "Permission to step off board," and that's it.
I will say this, because I was not happy with the casting of Supergirl at first, but now I'm seeing pictures and hearing different rumors and things like that. I'm sort of kind of warming up to see what Alcott can do with the character.
I mean, like I said, I'm not saying he won't do a good job. I have concerns about the writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen plenty of Ghost Rider and Lobo showing up together in storylines. So maybe that's the route they're looking to go with it.
What do you mean?
No, not Ghost Rider.
I was like Ghost Rider Marvel.
Yeah, no. It's a different character that he's shown up with a few times. But I'm a little nervous they're gonna give it the Black Adam treatment. If they're gonna try and make him this like cool, like Sons of Anarchy conflicted biker alien.
Oh.
And that's not who Lobo is.
Right.
I mean, he's not. Let's reassure that they're going to try and make him a Jax teller, not what's his name, Ron Perlman teller.
I got you.
I
got you.
Hellboy.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's head on back over to Shaw. Shaw, what you got next, buddy?
All right. So recently announced, I'm not sure if this is 100% true, that apparently Rockstar Games are working on 2 Arkham games. One is a remake of Arkham Asylum, and the other will be a Batman Beyond game. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, I'll let her play that Batman Beyond game.
Are those both for VR?
Again, Green Assault. Not to my knowledge, no, I don't think so.
I'll let her play that Batman Beyond game.
If Will Friedle's going to be the voice of in the Batman Beyond game, I'll be really happy. So
hopefully.
Yeah. What's up next?
You did good.
Go to thing. Okay. Picture number 6. We got the popcorn bugs for Captain America: Brave New World.
They're coming out with a new Power Ranger series.
I was going to say it looks like an Ant-Man kind of helmet.
That's what I was thinking.
Tyler, we can use that and then just repaint it and make it into a Power Rangers helmet to bedazzle.
I will just have to trust your judgment because for some reason my internet will not show any of the pictures you guys are showing.
Oh wow!
There was a character, and I don't remember who he was, but it was like this really wonky alien character that had a face like that.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember the thing.
No idea.
I'm flying blind, y'all.
All right, go ahead, Shaw.
Moving on. All right, so the new Spider-Man cartoon that we're getting next month, I believe, apparently is only going to have a count of 10 episodes. What are your thoughts on that and of the rumors and teaser and stuff?
For the new Spider-Man?
Yeah, the
animated series.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
They did some race swapping, and that's the new norm anyway. So I was just like, really? Why? Especially with the older comic book animation styles, like why would you do that if for people that were like raised on the old comics? But to each their own. We'll see how it goes. I'll still watch it.
What race swapping is happening?
They made
Norman and Harry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, Peter Parker's still Peter Parker.
Oh, I was talking about Harry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
And their
I have a silly question. Why is it always the ginger character?
Yeah, that does seem to be a trend.
I might be ignorant, but I just want to know. Are we that as a ginger? Am I just that not memorable enough that I can just be replaced?
I could make a comment, but I need to keep our show active.
I'm leaving that alone.
FCC.
Oh
well, I will.
Alone.
I get
well,
it, like,
I will handle it, just not on air.
Relevant, but like it just.
I'm leaving that. I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole on there.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. I will touch it with a 2-inch pole.
Boys, let her talk.
That's all I wanted to know.
I ain't touching that question.
I'm glad that you're trying to be inclusive. I am. But it's like, can we pick somebody else?
I would say I can't say it.
I think I know where you're going. I think I know where you're going, Ando.
Or even make it
instead of making
Peter Parker. And I know that Miles has his own movies, but I would love to see a Miles series. I'd be okay with a Miles series. Because like I feel that Peter's just like it's always Peter. Most of the animated series always has Peter as the main guy. It's just like they have other Spider-Man they can, or even like a Spider-Ham having his own series. That'd be cool.
Do you want the answer for that?
I know.
Spider-Man would be awesome.
It's because a bunch of overgrown man-child are still not accepting of Miles.
I mean, I was gonna go one further and be like, it's just kind of how, you know, with Batman, they always go with Dick.
Pat, you're being too hard on Dick. You need to stop.
But like, I'll still watch it. I'm sure it'll be fine. But I was really intrigued by the older style for the original comic book and stuff. So,
but that's the thing. But
you're getting that white costume though. That looks dope.
Gingers and white look incredibly hot.
The,
What?
The future, what is it? Future something costume?
I really need a filter, y'all. I'm sorry. It's Geek After Dark, and I've been deprived for 6 weeks.
But my thing is this. My thing is, and I see where Jenae's going with it, because it does take away from the story by race baiting. So I see where Jenae's going with it. And we've seen this several times before. Hell, we saw it on Black Adam. People had a problem with Hawkman being black. Which I thought was completely ridiculous because he's Egyptian anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, it would make sense for him to be that skin tone. So
it would make sense. But people had a problem with it. So I see where you're going with it for real. And I do understand that concern.
I'm not trying to insult anybody, but it's just like I don't like people putting an agenda because Disney used to just have all inclusive without anything. They didn't try to promote it. They were just the movies and stuff that I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s had a lot of different diversity, and I enjoyed it a lot. I also watched other shows that didn't represent me, but I just feel like sometimes they're trying to say that they weren't represented, but I watched those shows and I love them. I watched Sister. I watched
Hell yeah, Family Matters.
Yeah, I love Family Matters.
Did I do that?
Exactly.
Another thing too, and where I can kind of see where there's a concern. I see where you're coming from on it, but let's also kind of maybe look at it from the other perspective.
Yeah.
Of rather than saying, hey, the only person who can play this character is a redhead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they get another actor that auditions for the role, and is better,
I get
than
that.
anybody else who's auditioning,
mm-hmm.
it kind of gets back to the concept of you can cosplay whatever you want to cosplay.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to cosplay Storm, don't laugh. If I wanted to cosplay Storm, I should be allowed to do that regardless.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I just want to say one. Oh, sorry, got to I'll wait.
Yeah. So, is it possible that that's more the view of how these casting companies and the casting directors are looking at it? Of we want the talent.
Yeah.
Versus.
No, it's intentional. It's intentional.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
the How to Train Your Dragon live action, the producers and the directors and the casting said for Astrid, they had thousands of girls that looked like Astrid in the original How to Train Your Dragon and various others. And the person that they picked, they felt the way that she acted, that she portrayed Astrid the best. And I'm I'm okay with that kind of a thing.
But I see because when you look at the whole Green Lantern issue right now with Jon Stewart, people are having issues with him not being played by a dark-skinned black man. It's very, and this is where I agree with Shaw, it's very intentional what they're doing. Very
in some
intentional.
cases, yes, but when it comes to redheads, less than 1% of the population is redheads.
Yeah.
And so if you actually break that down into how many redheads are actors versus male, female, etc.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, here's the thing: if you have someone, if they're willing to put them in a wig, willing to dye the hair, that's one thing. But a lot of actors are kind of getting away from some of the extreme cosmetics and extreme body modification during filming if they can.
Yeah.
So in some cases, at least with the situations of the redheads.
Yeah.
Is it possibly a situation of there literally just are not enough redheads out there?
Yeah.
Could be.
Doubtful.
What
I mean,
was your what were you about to say, Tyler?
Well, I hear this argument. Of course, I'm on the web way too often, so I hear these debates all the time. How I see it is this: is there are certain characters that it is clear that their ethnicity is part of who they are. Storm, for you brought up Storm.
Absolutely.
Her origin, yes. If you decide to make her Irish, that would be insane. Like that would just be that wouldn't. No, the cosplay is totally different. Anyone can cosplay her. That's not what I'm talking about. But when you're making for a movie, it would just be weird to make that character. But there's plenty and plenty of characters in comics that their ethnicity has nothing to do with their character. And I think those are the easiest ones you can, if you want to say race swap, but at the same time, you know, we've had so many years and years and years of comics that have been, hate to say it, but tons of white people. I mean, how many years, as much as like they're finally starting to fix things with like Iron Fist, right? How long Danny Rand? I mean, I like that character; he's great. But people were really upset that the king of martial arts was a white dude. With people were like a little pissed off about that stuff. So it's one of those things where, what were you saying, Ando?
No, I was going to say there's a difference between for like a ginger versus a blonde, like a character. Mary Jane Watson is one of those where you could kind of portray her as a blonde or a redhead, and either way you go, changing a hair color is different than changing race. The problem that I had with that fan-fortistic movie was you basically changed Johnny Storm, who was supposed to be the sister or the brother of Sue Storm, and you have two different races. Now, in a situation like that, I think anybody who to be able to change like eye color or hair color is one thing to adapt the character, but to change an entire race because of the agenda that you have for the movie.
Does that change anything about the character in any capacity?
Yeah, it changed a lot.
Well,
what does it change? What does it change?
He was adopted.
Okay, well, here's the other catch, though, guys. So the biggest problem with that movie was they mixed two different timelines.
Biggest part of the movie that was made.
There is a timeline, just not in the story that they were using for that movie.
Okay.
Where Sue Storm was biologically an only child.
Oh.
Yes.
So there is a storyline where Johnny Storm is black.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a storyline for that. But what happened was when they mixed it, the storyline, they said, hey, there's this storyline over here where he's black. So we're just going to go ahead and use that in this storyline that is not related to that storyline.
I did not know that. I did not know
that. I didn't know that either.
Again, though, I just, when it comes down to it, it's, if it doesn't change who the character is, I genuinely don't care. Like, I think if it makes it more inclusive, if it adds more people, which is great, I think that's awesome. And if it's the best actor to play the role, who cares? Like, I genuinely get excited about this. I'm excited to see the character. It's just one of those things that if the ethnicity is tied to the character, just like going back to like Steve Rogers, Captain America, and whether we like it or not, it is tied to who he is, about that time frame, about him representing, being America, fighting back. That's why we have people like we're going to see in the new Captain America movie. I can't say his name now. The
Sam
character.
Wilson?
No. The guy that we see in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, who was technically the Black Captain America back in.
Oh, Sam Wilson. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Isaiah,
yeah, Isaiah. And so there's legit story parts that I think that need to be respected. But then if you go to areas like when it comes to Harry and Norman, I'm not aware of anything that really matters. You could make him Hindu, you can make him Hawaiian. Yeah. Nothing would change that character in any capacity whatsoever. You can still have them be a douchebag rich person. Like, they can still be that character. So I just, if it doesn't change who the character is, I have no problem with it.
Right. Yeah. All right, so I think one more.
All right. Let's see. All right. Marvel Rivals Season 1.
Yep.
So, Invisible Woman.
Are we talking about it?
I cannot see it. I don't know what everyone's looking at.
Oh, we got no pictures. Just so for
No,
anyone wondering, in the new season pass, they introduced 4 new characters, being the Fantastic Four. One of which is the Invisible Woman, and her regular suit. Yeah, she's very caked up.
Very attractive. They put
so
assets
funny.
in the right spot.
It's so funny to hear Shaw. It's so funny to hear Shaw say caked up.
But her alternative outfits
is bringing
Very
a
caked up.
lot of controversy. A lot of controversy.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Hell, Squirrel Girl
That is it.
Hell, the picture Tyler showed of Squirrel Girls causing controversy.
It's like kind of like the Overwatch thing where I think it was Tracer at one point.
Yep, Tracer.
Yes.
No, I think this is much worse
Tracer,
than
Widowmaker, Mercy, all of them.
I think this is worse than what Tracer is.
Squirrel
I can't
Girl.
see the
boo.
picture, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, the picture's not up. Here, I'll see if I can find it for you.
Squirrel
Yeah.
Girl. Woo.
So, as someone who played Darkstalkers back in the day,
Right?
You played Morgan, didn't you? You played Morgan, didn't you? You played Morgan and Lilith, didn't you?
No.
Who didn't play as Morgan?
I really didn't care about Morgan,
I
but
played as Morgan.
Felicia,
I played as
Felicia
Morgan.
is my girl, y'all.
Yeah, Felicia is
my girl.
Hell yeah.
Felicia was cool too. Felicia
Felicia is my
too.
girl.
Guys, I gotta
Felicia's
turn
my
off
girl.
the camera real quick. Hold on.
I love Felicia.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is my
Felicia's
girl.
cool too.
But nobody complained about this.
Nope.
We were okay with this.
Yep.
So why people got to be all offended? You want that body
no
type?
one's
Go to the
complaining.
gym.
We're not complaining. We're just pointing out, it's a thing.
Because it was back in a time where people didn't care about shit like that. Now
Right.
you have furries running around there who think that because they feel like cats, they can be offended by stuff.
What? What are you even talking about, Ando?
Just saying.
Does Andrew know what he's talking about? I'll fix that later.
Do I ever know what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying. I'm just
talking
saying.
about?
I mean,
We're talking about like the mistress outfit that she has on, right?
Yeah, the Malice outfit.
Yeah.
I ain't
Let's
got no
just say it
problem.
doesn't leave a lot to
BDSM.
the imagination.
Will ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah.
Any grown ass adult Will who's into women do not have a problem with
I ain't
that.
got no problem with
I'm
it.
not a butt guy and I don't have a problem with
I
that.
ain't got no problem with it. Let's
I'm
go.
a woman who has no problem with it.
Yeah.
Sue Storm
I
being
need to see
attractive
this
Sue Storm
picture.
being attractive is the whole reason Namor is Namor.
Yeah.
Namor just a homewrecker.
He is.
Namor is
There's a comic book out there. There's a comic book out there where he was gonna, and I forget what issue of Fantastic Four it was, but he was gonna destroy the city.
Yeah.
If Sue Storm didn't kiss him in front of
multiple
Mr.
in the comics.
Yeah. If Sue Storm didn't kiss him and mean it in front of Reed, she had to kiss Namor and mean it in order for him to call off that attack.
Which
And
is
she
so
did.
For the record, I've looked up the picture. There is more of her covered than on any bit of Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But
Felicia literally has
still,
fur that just covers the nips.
Yeah, can you send that picture? I can't find it.
Yeah, I'll send it over.
I'm like, legitly, Namor's whole spiel is like, hey, I want to help people and defend people. Is that a trash can in the ocean? All humans need to die. I need to murder everyone. Oh, hey, look at Sue Storm. Look at that. How you doing?
I am so mad at the
Namor in a
world.
nutshell.
I'm so mad at the world. The entire world is gonna, hey, invisible woman, how you doing over there? Trash can? No, I'll get that later. I gotta bag this trash over here.
We gotta save the turtles.
Damn.
The amount of times he has hit on Sue is just like, dude, she's
This
married.
is
Leave her alone.
craziness.
He doesn't
It's
even
craziness.
just on her. He just like tries to put his tongue down her throat.
There he does.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly.
So
One of my
she's
favorite-
Tony Bravo in a way.
All
One of my
right,
favorite
you about to go-
versions of douchebag Namor is in the Avengers versus X-Men storyline when Namor gets to have part of the Phoenix Force in him, and he's such a dick.
All right, you guys, we have been.
That outfit is just so weird.
All right, we've been.
But she's covered for the most
Right.
part.
All right, you guys, we have been streaming for 2 hours, so I want to go ahead and head on over to Tyler real quick, get his Power Ranger sex ass stuff on, and then we're gonna get on out of here. Tyler, what you got, bro?
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and jump to Power Rangers. Of course, we are actually wrapping up this week round 1. I know it's
round 1 fight.
So we have the results this week for the last battles. Let's see here. I pulled them up. Let me just open up my phone because I closed them for some reason. There we go. We had Chloe versus A Squad Pink. Chloe took it there. I guess A Squad Pink just couldn't hold her own. We had Jack versus Eddie. Jack took it home. We like our big buff guys. There we go. We got Joe and Marvin, and I was actually messaging Kat that I was dumb and didn't pay attention. This was kind of stupid of me, but also funny of me. Joe and Marvin, those are 2 characters in the Hyperforce series. They're also 2 actors who in real life are brothers. As
Did
well
you
as
swap the pictures accidentally?
No, I just put brother versus brother, not realizing, not even thinking about it. So I just thought that's funny. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. Also, both of them have been Power Rangers in other series. I already remember I remember Marvin being the Blue Ranger in Ninja Steel, but or the actor I forget, but the actor who plays Joe is Coda in Dino Charge. But just funny that I made brother versus brother. In that situation, Marvin won, so I guess Joe did not make it there. We had Vesper versus Charlie. Vesper won that round. And then the final round, which was Yellow. That is the only name I could find for the Psycho Yellow Ranger, a.k.a. Yellow, versus Lauren. And Lauren took it home. So that is the end of round 1. We will have round 2 starting up. Is that going to be tomorrow or Monday, Kat?
So with that, we are starting round 2 tomorrow.
Awesome. So that means it's getting more intense. It's gonna get sexier. I definitely had a fun time making sure we got these pictures looking good because I want it to be a little more challenging, and I wanted to make sure that each character, if I could, gets the best opportunity to show off their sexiness. So it'll be a fun time. I think people should enjoy that, and it'll be a more tense round 2.
All right. Let's go ahead and go around the room and see what everybody's got going on this week, so you can walk on to their social media channels and check them out. Kat, I'm gonna start with you.
Catching me off guard, posting that of Felicia.
I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
All right. So over at Feast of Fandoms, as Tyler mentioned, we are going to be kicking off the second round of the Power Rangers Sexy Battle. So make sure that you're hopping over there either onto our Instagram or onto our Facebook pages so you can go ahead and cast your vote for whoever it is was your crush growing up. Mondays, we're going to have a new episode of MCU Monday. Wednesday, we will have a new episode of War of the Stars over right here on our YouTube channel. Thursday, we should have a new episode of Cantina Happy Hour. And then Friday, we have the newest episode of Snackame, which I'll let Jenae give a little more information on that because she knows a little bit more about that than I do, but it will be here on the Feast of Fandoms Network on YouTube. And then, of course, meet us fabulous folks back here on Saturday for the Geek Gauntlet.
Yes.
And so, like I said, hey, we've been here for 2 hours. We've been talking. We've been laughing. We've been cutting it up. If you had a good time, make sure that you do not forget to hit the subscribe and notification bells down there somewhere. That way you're notified every time we go live on the channel.
All right. Ando, what you got going on this week, bro?
So, for those of you who don't know, I have gotten back into my Twitch streaming. A little bit of a variety over the last week. Everything from Marvel Rivals through Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate to really getting a deep dive into Genshin Impact. I'm streaming that now. I was hoping yesterday to stream with Kat, but due to some technical difficulties and the fact that her husband takes her stuff and doesn't put it back and then forgets to tell her where he put it so that he didn't put it back in the right spot, that did not happen. But hopefully between tonight, tomorrow, or Monday, we will start doing that. I will be streaming it. Game plan is to stream at least 5 nights a week around the current job that I'm doing. 5 nights a week. And for those of you that can't count, I'm sorry, you must have gone to Iowa for your schooling.
Damn.
Yeah, I can blame it because I'm from Iowa now. But no, other than that, between work and streaming, you guys can catch me on Twitch, Twitch TV /Ando3818. That is Twitch TV /A as an Alpha, N as in Nancy, D as in Delta, O as in Oscar, 3818.
Gotta add the cough in there.
Oh, and I've been fighting a cough for 3 weeks. So any remedies that you guys have, please let me know, because cough drops and cough syrups are not doing it.
All right, Diamond, what you got going on this week? What you streaming?
So this week I'm going to be streaming some of the Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and I'm trying to see if I can stream GTA Online.
Woohoo!
Oh, that's cool.
PC or gaming console?
Just on console.
Okay, because you can do a lot more with PC. Like you could, like if you're a cop, you have a radio that you can talk into, and then like you get a computer that you could. I wish they would bring that over to console, but I can understand because you got a lot more flexibility with PC.
All right. Let me roll over to Tyler. Tyler, what you got going on this week?
Oh God. Let's see. What am I doing? I need to finish writing my article on Marvel Rivals because that's amazing and fun. I write that on my WordPress. That's down below. You can see there, Vampire Rage. But I'm getting ready to finish that article up, so that will be fun. I've been making sure I'm caught up on comics with the Absolute Universe, as well as the greatest character ever came out this week. Magic. Yana, come on. This is my favorite character. Everyone knows that. She got her second title since like the 80s for the first time, so this is great. I actually spent way too much money on trying to buy every cover, so I'm kind of bankrupt. But I'm getting caught up on some more.
He got the one in Tyler said he got the one in 25.
I definitely bought like 6 different covers.
He puts that Wonder in 1 or 25.
There's multiple covers I want. I'll send you the covers. You'll be like, oh my god. So I'm reading some of the comics, getting caught up in that, playing some Marvel Rivals, writing that. I'm trying to think. I think that's, other than that, and of course, keep continuing my Pokemon torture because apparently I like doing that, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
If you get time, my twin brother, Anderson Posse Gaming on Twitch, is doing a Nuzlocke for Pokemon Scarlet. So if you want some time to kill, you can check him out on Twitch, and that will probably make you feel less torturous about Pokemon.
That's fair. I can do that.
Heck yeah, man. All right. Shar, what you got going on this week, buddy?
Sorry. I'm the only thing I'm really doing is starting Dragon Ball Daima because the English dub just dropped, so we're starting that this week, and that's really it.
All right. Jenae, what you got going on this week?
I'm just doing my 1 drawing a day art challenge. All Sailor Moon.
Which you are doing wonderful with, by the way.
Thank you. I have not done today's. Stay tuned.
Feel free to drop. You know what you
on
should
Instagram at JELIXNB.
Now you know what you should draw. Stick figures of each one of us as your drawing for the day. You should draw this picture on StreamYard.
Sailor Moon.
What's that?
The challenge is doing only Sailor Moon characters or Sailor Moon.
Okay, so draw everybody a Sailor Moon character and make Will the one that he doesn't like.
Amber would probably look very well as a Sailor Moon character. So
I don't think I would look too good as a Sailor Moon character.
Well, we were worried about my camera. Well, we were worried about my camera breaking people in Bangladesh's computers. Now we got.
To destroy everything.
Yep.
That'll just break computer systems worldwide.
Automatic. Now we have millions.
I'm okay with that. That was legitimately the plot in Escape from LA. So
me as Sailor Venus would not be a good look.
Can I just say that we are blessed with Tyler? What's your cat's name?
Asuna.
We are blessed with Asuna and her guest host Tyler. Tyler, welcome to the stream. It's nice to have you here. Asuna, you've been there the whole time, and you've been absolutely quiet. Aku.
Yeah, they're both just why are you still on stream? And I'm like, because I'm here.
Because it's only 9:13 where you live. Stop bossing me around.
But yeah,
They do.
so
They really do.
All
if
right.
anyone
Is
missed,
something
and so
is
if anyone
something-
missed day 1 through 10, it'll be on my Instagram. But then, as Kat said, I believe Snackame is dropping this Friday, and we're talking about the other half of Ranma, one half, and eating ramen while doing it. And I didn't have any bowls clean, so I ate my ramen out of a cat mug, I believe.
Hells yeah. Hells
With
yeah.
chapstick.
Well,
So-
you need to get on that show with them, man. You look like somebody who could put down a cup of noodles,
Oh, for sure.
right?
For sure.
Yeah, but it's different snacks every time. It's like a theme of like what it's going to be with whatever.
Oh, for sure.
I want the cookies.
I'm watering down.
I want the cookies. We just got a mini-so in our mall over here, so
Nice.
All right.
I want more than, because I have a mini so as well. I want a Daiso here. That is what I want.
That's spelled D-A-I-S-O, right? Daiso?
All right,
I want
you
a
guys.
Daiso.
This one. Before we
I
get
want a
on out of here.
Dyson vacuum cleaner.
Will, what are you doing this week?
Will is enjoying time off work.
Actually, I'm waiting on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links event. They're unveiling a mystery character, so I'm waiting on them for that event to
Well,
launch.
you didn't tell us that you were now going to be in Yu-Gi-Oh. Will
Oh, no,
Morgan.
I wish I was the mystery character. I wish I was.
Will Morgan. Yu-Gi-Oh! Deal Master.
I wish I was a mystery character, but I'm waiting on
You'll
them
be
to
the
drop.
first guy. Will, you'll be the first guy that they cross over from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I am the master of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel cards, and I
Oh.
also have a Charmander.
Oh yeah. But I'm waiting on that event to drop. I got some speculative people who I think that might be the mystery character, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. And that's pretty much. Oh, and continue to play Reg G and Pokemon VGC. I'm trying to get better, and only you get better by practicing. So I'm trying to get better. So that's all I'm doing. And with that,
Pokemon Go.
no, regular Pokemon VGC, competitive, Pokemon competitive. And with that being said, I want to say thank you to everybody coming through. We do appreciate you. Again, thank you to Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. We appreciate you guys for having us here. And Luxurious 4K, thank you for having us here. I want to say thank you to all you guys for being here with me. And we'll see you again next week right here on the Geek Gauntlet Podcast. Everyone have a safe week and take care.
Peace.